Have been a split back pro team.
Have elected to receive. And so checking out the backfield, Rick Stockstill at quarterback, Greg Allen at tailback, Ken Burnett as the fullback. Dennis McKinnon will start as a wide receiver along with Phil Williams. We'll check when the lineup gets on the field to be sure that Dennis McKinnon will be starting. Bobby Bowden indicated earlier he might not. Zeke Moad is the tight end. Bolt, DePetty, and Ryan are the tackles. Brannon and Render are the guards, and Tom McCormick is the center for Florida State. And the Seminoles will be receiving. We have an absolutely perfect night for football in Baton Rouge. It's homecoming for the Tigers of LSU, and we do have a sellout. 76,000 football fans are on hand. The defensive setup, Ramsey Dardar, Greg Bowser, and Leonard Marshall will be the middle three on the defensive front for the Louisiana State Tigers. Backing the line, Dubrock, Williams, Richardson, and Malashaw. And on the defensive secondary, Al Thomas, Boudreaux, Dale, and Daniel. That will be the defensive setup. And as we get ready for the kickoff now, freshman Billy Allen. A 22-year-old freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio, will be deep in the middle and kicking off. For Louisiana State will be their kicker, David Johnson, number 5, a senior, and he does have a very strong leg. So here we are, a capacity crowd. It's homecoming. You're looking at Billy Allen in the middle on the receiving side. Now David Johnson moves up. And the homecoming game is underway at LSU. The kick will be taken on the 11 by Greg Allen. And Greg across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. And so the Seminoles will start 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. So we'll check out now and see whether or not Dennis McKinnon will be in the starting backfield. He will not. The wide receivers will be Phil Williams and Tony Johnson. And let's place the ball on the 25-yard line. So on a beautiful night in Baton Rouge, Greg Allen and Ken Burnett are the split backs to first place. Stockstill to Greg Allen. Allen running left in, running it beautifully. 40, 45, 50. The race down the sideline. Greg Allen at the 20, the 15, out of bounds on the 10-yard line. 25 yards upfield, 40 yards downfield, 65 yards by Greg Allen.
And if there's any doubt about whether freshman Greg Allen can play football, he just showed it. Bob, before the game, Coach Nick Kish said this is going to be the first play of the game. It's going to be a sweep, either left or right, depending on the field position. And you will watch the fine blocking out front. And look at that speed by that young freshman.
66 yards by freshman Greg Allen. 1st and goal, Florida State. Greg Allen through the middle. Greg will be hit down at the 6-yard line. Greg is hit down at about the 6-yard line. Greg Allen starting for Ricky Williams. The tackle was made by Ramsey Dardar, the defensive left tackle who's in at 250 pounds. So Greg Allen, the sensational freshman, starting in place of Ricky Williams. Greg is out of Milton, Florida. Right now, Ken Burnett and Greg Allen set up in the eye. The tailback, of course, is Greg Allen. The second down play, the fullback Burnett to the 5-yard line. He is hit hard right at the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, 5 and goal to go. The linebackers, Al Richardson and Lawrence Williams of LSU, make the play. And you'll see a great deal of them tonight. They do most of the tackling.
They do that. Richardson's had 85 tackles so far in this game, and Williams 82. And you're seeing right there those two converging on a tackle of Burnett. One of the things you may want to look for now, Bob, is possibly cutting back in, of course, a different field position.
Phil Williams and Tony Johnson, the wide receivers. 3rd down and 5. Stockstill looking, and he throws for Phil Williams. And Williams tries to make a diving grab, cannot do it. It is incomplete. It's 4th down, and Mike Rendina will be coming on for a field goal attempt.
And you're going to see some fine coverage downfield now. Stockstill is going to come back in the pass and just float the ball into the corner that Williams tried to get there. You look at number 35 going over there. That's McDaniel. Makes a nice defensive play.
Sam Restivo will make the important long snap. Kelly Lowry holding on the 11-yard line. The kick is on the way, a 21-yard attempt, and the kick is up, and it is good. Mike Rendina, a 21-yard field goal for Mike, his 6th of the year in 8 attempts. And very quickly, the Seminoles break on top. With the score, Florida State 3 and LSU nothing. This is the Southern Video Network.
Teamwork, that's what it takes to make it today. Teamwork, like our 6 great banks working together. First National, main office downtown. Second National on the west side. Industrial National on the north side. City National on Appalachia Parkway and on Centerville Road. Havana State in Havana. And First National Bank of Jefferson County. 6 independent, home-owned banks that make their own.
Beginning of the game, 4 more for 90 yards in this game. That one was 55 for the touchdown. The Lions defense then chips in. Glenn Jackson, number 37, intercepts that pass from Chris Isaac. A field goal made it 20-0. First play of the second quarter. Jordan Case was in at quarterback from North Texas State. The swing pass to number 32, Jim Reed, a gain of 33. Ottawa got a field goal. The Lions get that back plus more in a few minutes. DeWalt caps off an 11-play, 75-yard drive. A 6-yard touchdown pass to Ricky Ellis, number 7. Ellis had 5 receptions for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns in the game. It was 27-3. And the second play after the kickoff, the Lions defense breaks in and sacks Jordan Case. Watch what happens. There goes the ball loose. It's recovered by the Lions, setting up a field goal, 28-3. Ottawa now desperate to get back into it. Case has had a first down. 3 plays later, on 1st and 10 from the Ottawa 25, DeWalt goes over the middle to number 11, Larry Key of Florida State. A 19-yard gain out of bounds after 6. And on the next play, 1st and goal, DeWalt pitches back to Key. The perennial 1,000-yard rusher has 6 points on this play. Key's 5th touchdown along the ground this season. Once again, led by John Henry White, number 20, through the hole. It was 35-3 for the Lions at halftime. And here's a good example of how things go for the Riders in the second half. On the second play, Mac Moore, number 78 of Texas A&M, breaks into sack Isaac, who fumbles. Guard Val Belcher recovers. And late in the quarter, the Lions add a field goal, and they lead 38-3, and the giveaways continue. On 3rd and 30, the punt by Jerry Organ. Larry Crawford of Iowa State fumbles. It was recovered by Billy Hardy. The Riders give it right back, though. Isaac intercepted here by the same Larry Crawford. He heads upfield, laterals it off, and they pick up some extra yardage on this one. Now, midway through the 4th quarter, 2nd and 10 from the Ottawa 15. Joe Pawpaw from Long Beach State's in at quarterback. His pass is to Larry Key, and Key carries it in. His 2nd touchdown of the evening, 7th major of the season. Pawpaw to Key, swinging out of the backfield. 15-yard touchdown pass with the converted 45-6 Lions. But the humiliated Rough Riders come back in the last minute and try to make it respectable. First of all, Isaac off the helmet of Pete Stennerson, who manages to hang on for the reception. Then with only 15...
Is number 13 coming in at fullback, and Eric Martin is the tailback. Ashley and Harris are the deep defensive backs now for Florida State. 2nd down and 7, and Risher will throw. He drops the ball, has to fall on it back at the 25-yard line. That ball just seemed to fly out of his hand, Vic, and he turned alertly and covered it.
They did that, Bob. Risher was back to throw. You're going to look at it right here. Risher going back. He just did not have hold of that football. Watch it take it back here, and out it comes right there. Very surprising because it is dry. The humidity is not very high. He just did not have a good grip on the football.
Gary Futz was very close to him, so he alertly covered it in a hurry. So now for LSU, 3rd down and 17 on their own 25-yard line. We're still very early in the first quarter on a perfect October night for football. Alan Risher, the heat is on. He'll be sacked back on the 16 by Gary Futz, the senior tackle from Ocala, Florida, who made All-South a year ago.
And of course, you had good coverage downfield, but you got the initial rush that time from Alfonso Character. And of course, Futz kind of cleaned up. You're going to see Risher here now going back in the pocket. The pressure's going to come first from the right side. Take that back. It was number 60, Scott McLean.
Now the punt by James Wagner, headed toward freshman Billy Allen. Now Allen steps away from it. Great field position, Florida State. They'll have the ball on about, and that was Cedric Jones. They'll have great field position on about their own 48-yard line, and a penalty flag was thrown. So let's check it out with the referee.
It's hard to say right now about where that flag is. Is it against Florida State or is it against LSU? Of course, LSU's pointing towards Florida State, so it'll be interesting to find out whether it's before or after possession.
The referee talking with the nose guard, Greg Bowser, a junior out of Franklin, Louisiana, and explaining the ramifications, so apparently it will be against Florida State.
Bob, if we could snap the ball right now, we got more guys on the field than they do.
Two teams are out there right now waiting to see which way it's going. I did not see a roughing the kicker at all. So he has to explain the alternatives here. He's talking now with cornerback Al Thomas, number 33, defensive tackle Leonard Marshall, and of course nose guard Greg Bowser as the Tigers make their decision as to which way they want to go with it. As we look at Bobby Bowden, Bobby talking with Cedric Jones. By the way, Vic, all of the Seminoles so happy to be coming home tonight to Tallahassee after the last game of a long road trip. They all wanted to send along their very best wishes for a very speedy recovery to Bill McGrotha at Tallahassee Memorial, veteran sports editor of the Democrat for, what, 25 years?
25 years. Not only is he a veteran sports writer, but he is probably the father of Florida State football.
And one of the finest football writers in America. So a very speedy recovery as we watch now. It will go against Florida State. It is not a first down. It's fourth down and 9 to go. And again, James Wagner is back to punt. Number 41 is Cedric Jones, the freshman from Valdosta, Georgia, to be on the receiving end. Now the punt by Wagner. He has a 40-yard average, kind of a line drive punt. Jones at his own 30. 35. Cedric to the 40 and out of bounds on the 41-yard line. Taken out of bounds by number 6, Major Walden, who operates as a backup man of the defensive secondary for LSU.
And that time, Billy Allen almost got to that wall. Florida State electing that time not to go for the punt, but basically to set up the wall, and it was set. Unfortunately, someone did get around to the outside and make the hit and knock Billy Allen down.
Tony Johnson and Phil Williams are the wide receivers. First down Seminoles at their own 42, and the Seminoles with a 3-0 lead. Greg Allen is on the prowl across the 45 and out to about the 47, and the two linebackers, the Sam and the Walk combined. The weak and the strong side linebackers, Lawrence Williams and Al Richardson.
All right, Stockstill here taking a snap there, and of course handing the ball off to Greg. You're going to see the outside blocking there. Walter Petty getting down in front with a nice block.
Second and 6, Florida State on their own 46-yard line. Burnett and Allen are the split backs. Rick Stockstill giving to Greg Allen. Allen to midfield, not a first down. Third down, probably about 2 yards to go. He was pinched to the turf by Leonard Marshall, a 270-pound defensive tackle.
You know, Bob, it seems like every game we played this year, they've had big tackles, and of course, LSU's not quite as big as some of the teams played in the past, but they do have good size, but more importantly, they have great speed.
Now 3rd and 2 for the Seminoles. Bill Williams and Tony Johnson, the wide receivers. They switch to the I. Burnett is the up back. Pitch to Greg Allen. Allen, first down, 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Will be taken at the 43 by Tommy Boudreau, the free safety, number 31. And Greg Allen off to a marvelous game.
He is doing that. You know, he's a big, tough kid. You know, I think the program has him listed at 5'10", about 185 pounds, but he is actually about 6'1", and about 195 pounds. Well, that's a good-looking football player. He reads it well. He cuts back and utilizes his blockers and does an excellent job.
Good block by fullback Ken Burnett. First down, Florida State now on the Tiger 43. Stockstill feeding to the fullback Ken Burnett. Very little to be gained this time. About a yard, and then a defensive hit by Ramsey Dardar, number 98, a 250-pound defensive tackle. The LSU Tiger tackles on defense are 248 and 270. The nose guard, Greg Bowser, is at 240. Now 2nd down and 8. Florida State 3, LSU nothing. First quarter. Time remaining in the first quarter, 8 minutes and 16 seconds. And the ball is on the LSU 41-yard line. Greg Allen is the tailback. Stockstill. Good protection. Plenty of time. Finds the receiver. Broken up. Intended for Phil Williams. Broken up by 27. Jeffrey Dale, the strong side safety from Winfield, Louisiana.
And Bob, that time there, Stockstill had all the time in the world, as you're going to see right here. He's going to be able to look down there. Unfortunately, there was excellent coverage downfield, and by the time he got ready to hit that ball coming across to Phil Williams, the defensive back stepped up in front of there, and that was Jeffrey Dale to knock it down.
So this will be third and long, third down and 8 as we look at Bobby Bowden. Stockstill hitting about 55% for the year, passing very well indeed. Now Stockstill on third and long. Throws the release valve to Greg Allen. Allen to the 35. Allen down to the 30. It looks like a first down on the 31-yard line. It is a first down on the 31-yard line. So Greg Allen took the little safety valve pass and turned it into a first down.
I tell you what, it's hard to believe that this young man is only a freshman. Now you're going to see him right here. He's going to take that football. You can see some determination, good eyes, breaks a tackle there. He does not stop until he gets the first down, and then he gets to the 31. He does have it.
On that important third down conversion, Dennis McKinnon came in for the first time. Stayed the one play and then goes back out. Now first and 10 Florida State. Johnson in motion. Greg Allen starting the sweep. Now cuts it across the 25 to 20. Greg Allen. Oh, what a freshman performance by the tailback Greg Allen from Milton, Florida. And I want to tell you, before the first quarter's over, he'll have 100 yards.
He's going to be very close to that. I'll guarantee you something right now. He got a fine block that time by Ken Burnett, the fullback, and number 71, Bob Merson, coming out front and leading that play. One of the things that the coaching staff wanted to do before this game was to attack their defensive left end. That was Greg Dubrock. He is only a freshman. They think that's where they can go, Bob.
First down on the Tiger 19-yard line. Seminoles started this one back on their 42. A flag will be thrown. Greg Allen fought to a stand-up by Leonard Marshall, number 97, the defensive tackle. That appeared to be against the Seminoles, although you're never real sure.
Well, about that time, I think Bob Merson, number 71, kind of got a little anxious to get in on that block. And he did come out that ball a little quick, so Florida State will probably absorb a 5-yard penalty here. 6:57 to go here in the first quarter. Florida State has taken a lead 3-0 and are now threatening again.
So they walk the 5 off against Florida State. The line of scrimmage becomes the 24-yard line. First down and 15 Florida State. Dennis McKinnon goes out. Tony Johnson, the sophomore, comes in as a wide receiver. Tony 6'2", 175 from Dothan, Alabama. Phil Williams is the senior wide receiver from Warner Robins, Georgia. And now second down 15, Tony Johnson in motion. Rick Stockstill to Greg Allen. And Greg this time will get about 3. And then is fought to the ground by linebacker Al Richardson, number 51 of Louisiana State, along with Rydell Madison.
Yeah, that Richardson made a nice football play, linebacker position. You're going to see the isolation right here. And you're going to see him starting down. He's going to see a little bit of daylight, and he's going to take it, and he's going to accept it, and come in and make a fine tackle.
Ricky Williams was in for the one play. And now comes back out. Second down and 13, Florida State. Dennis McKinnon is in now, and he's in the slot. Greg Allen is faked to. Now the pass by Stockstill. McKinnon makes the catch in the end zone. Dennis McKinnon makes the catch for the touchdown.
Bob, what a beautiful play that time by Rick Stockstill. McKinnon coming in and running a Z-out type of pattern. But the most important thing, and I want you to look at this faking in here by Stockstill. Outstanding. He does pull LSU secondary on the run, and he puts it on the money. But that coverage was really not that bad. 27 trying to close down there, Jeffrey Dale, but he was beaten. And Rendina's kick is up, and it is good, and Florida State now takes the lead.
So with the score, Florida State 10 and LSU nothing. This is the Southern Video Network.
Executive Office Supply in Tallahassee is your one-stop shopping headquarters for office supplies, office furniture, printing, and just about everything imaginable in office accessories. We have office displays set up on the floor for your inspection. Also, Executive Office Supply has a fine selection of lobby furniture. Friendly, courteous service is a part of Executive Office Supply's years of tradition. So, when you're in the market for a chair, a desk, or just office supplies, go with one of Tallahassee's oldest firms, located 1 block off Monroe Street on Harrison in Tallahassee.
touchdown trolley and join us at Ramada Inn East. Also stop by Ramada Inn West. We're the nice people.
Nice people taking care of nice people. Ramada, all over the world.
10-0, Florida State, a 58-yard drive, beautifully led by the quarterback, Rick Stockstill, who threw his 7th touchdown pass of the year. Eric Martin, the man in the middle, he starts from the goal line. He ran one back 100 yards last week, across the 15, and plowed under at about the 17. And Warren Hanna, number 9, and Mark Rodriguez, who do a marvelous job on special teams for Florida State, came down to hit him and hit him very hard.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Martin is a very unusual individual. You realize, Bob, that he was averaging going into this ball game, I think 38 yards on all kickoff returns, which would have placed him number 1 in the nation, but unfortunately did not have enough to return.
He's only about 2 returns short of leading the nation. Martin is the tailback, number 41. This is Martin on the handoff, trying to run outside, and beautiful pressure by Scott McLean, number 60, the senior defensive end from Claremont. And the Seminoles are playing hard defense.
And of course, on that play, Tom Young was wiping up. As you're looking at here, you're going to see Martin coming back on a counter-type play, but beautifully read. And look at that good containment by number 60 out there. And of course, that is Scott McLean.
58-yard drive at 9 plays. Elapsed time 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Alan Risher, the quarterback, throws out into the flat, and it is completed at the 24-yard line to the wide receiver, Orlando McDaniel, who, by the way, is the leading receiver for the Tigers. He came into this game, he had caught 23, averaging 15 yards per catch.
That wasn't bad. He had nice coverage that time by Harvey Klein. Of course, Harvey's going to give him a little bit of room. He does not want to get burned deep on that zone coverage. You let him catch the ball up inside. Of course, as you saw, Harvey Klein came up and made a real nice hit.
3rd down and 3 now, LSU. The Seminoles with a 10-0 lead. We're late now in the first quarter. 5 minutes, 11 seconds to play. Alan Risher, the quarterback. He's a junior, pitching back to Eric Martin. And Martin will be hit by Jarvis Corsi, number 64, and Tommy Young, number 54. So the Seminoles playing good defense in the early part of the going here. That will be close to a first down, and maybe they have it. It is a first down.
They do that. Alfonso Carricker, 76, came through and made the first penetration. Had he been able to make the hit where he made that first contact, very possibly they'd be punting the football. But Martin is an outstanding runner. He broke the tackle of Carricker's and got the first down.
It's homecoming at LSU, and it's a sellout of over 76,000 fans. It is a perfect football night. Eric Martin, beautiful tackle behind the line by Gary Futch, number 79, the big tackle from Ocala.
And he has had an outstanding season so far. About the coaches tell me that in all the games that they've played so far, that Futch has graded out higher than anybody else defensively. He's the most consistent defensive player they have had all year, and he is a good one.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 4. Harvey Clayton and James Harris are playing the corners on defense for Florida State. Alan Risher swings and throws on the run. McDaniel, number 32, gathers it in, and just about enough for another first down. And he's a hard receiver to handle in the open field.
Well, Bob, he's got that, the good size. He's 6'1", 175 pounds. He has good finesse, good moves. And like you talked about, he's had 23 receptions going into this game. That's the 2nd for the night. But total yards, 339 and 1 touchdown.
By the way, coming into this game, Alan Risher, the junior quarterback, needed only 12 completions to tie the school record of 103 in a year held by Bert Jones. This time, a delay to Martin, the freshman tailback, stopped cold at the line by Scott McLean. You'll see Scott McLean, number 60, getting up. And I believe I said Eric Martin should have been Jude Hernandez, number 32, who came in as the fullback. 2nd down and 9, LSU. Now Mike Muntz, number 30, comes back in as the fullback. He's the veteran. He's a junior out of Letcher, Louisiana. And of course, starting at tailback tonight is the freshman Eric Martin. He started a week ago, and he is a good one. He's very exciting indeed. 2nd and long, Alan Risher. Still has it, pitching it now to Muntz, the fullback, across the 50, down to the 45. Mike Muntz, number 30, runs it all the way to to the 45, a gain of about 14 and a first down.
And Bob, this is your counter option here. This is off of your wishbone. And this is what's very difficult for Florida State. It's coming out and happening to set up a defense for the wishbone and then also the I formation. A fine looking run there by number 30, Mike Muntz, and a good pitch by Weischer.
Good looking drive here by LSU. They began back on their 18-yard line. Martin gets rid of the tackler and is hit down across the 45 at the 43 by Harvey Clayton. But he did a beautiful job of stripping the first would-be tackler.
He did that. That was number 76, Alfonso Carricker. At the same time that Carricker in this ball game has had the ball carried at the line of scrimmage behind. We got to teach Alfonso how to close those arms and hang on.
Jerry Stovall, the LSU head coach, using his fullbacks as the messengers. Mike Muntz is in at the moment. Mark Johnson, number 3, the wide receiver. This is second down at 8, and Risher this time hands the ball off, and what a hit by Gary Butch. Gary Butch, number 79, and that's the second big one he's made in the last few plays.
And I'll guarantee you something right now, that that's one reason I never wanted to play a running back, because you're going to see a hit here by Butch. It's going to be just outstanding. He just tees off on him. What a fine looking play. He pulled right in back. He came down or filled right in back of the pulling guard. And what a knock that time by Butch.
Eric Martin will remember that one for a while. That was some kind of a hit. It is an official's timeout on the field at the moment, and just a very brief timeout. James.
The financial game is competitive these days, and it's getting a lot tougher to understand the rules. That's why at Tallahassee Federal, we're working overtime to make you a winner. Like higher interest rates on your savings with a variety of plans to choose from, and a dependable team to back you up. Most important, Tallahassee Federal offers the safety and security of insured savings that keeps you on the winning side. Choose the association that's in a league by itself. Tallahassee Federal, for today's safest and best investments.
And the Florida State defense is playing the best football we've seen them play in about 3 weeks.
They are playing extremely aggressive football. That time, Ron Hester, and one of the few times they'll blitz. And I mean, he blitzed and nailed him.
On 4th and 15, James Wagner will punt it from his 40. It is blocked, partially blocked by Warren Hanna. Chasing the ball is number 38, Kenny Rowe, and the ball will belong to Florida State down at about the 15-yard line. It was Warren Hanna who came in off the corner, blocked it, knocked it back toward the goal line, and Ken Rowe, the sophomore linebacker from Cropwell, Alabama, stayed right with it. Look at Ken Rowe. Is he a happy football player?
He should be happy on that, and one also happy would be number 8, Mr. Hanna. Now, he has been coming close so often so far this football season. He has finally got his first punt block.
And now Florida State a first down on the 15. Take a look here.
Look at him. He comes across a real flat, and that's the way you're supposed to. If you're going to be blocking a punt, you have got to get flat and try to time it to where the kicker is going to be, not where he lines up.
On first down from the 15, Stockstill throwing. It'll be incomplete. Over the head of Zeke Moat, number 81, the tight end. Covering was Tommy Boudreau, the free safety, as we look at Rick Stockstill.
I'll tell you what, Rick is having an outstanding game so far. He went into the ball game with 79 completions, 145 attempts, 865 yards, 6 TDs. He already has added one more to make it 7 for the year.
Vic Cedric Jones just checked into the backfield. He's been working as a wide receiver. Anytime he's in there, there's always that possibility of a halfback pass, but not this time. Greg Allen running right into the 10. Allen to the 5. He'll score. Greg Allen goes 15, and a touchdown for Florida State. And Greg Allen has over 100 yards in the first quarter of the football game.
I mean, just what an outstanding freshman. You're going to see here, there are not too many blocks thrown. But what he does, he uses that tremendous speed, as you're going to see it. Watch, you just got to watch. This is beautiful. He just uses speed and outruns everybody to the corner. Can you believe he's going to be around here for 3 more years?
What an exciting freshman. Greg Allen from Milton, Florida. Now we'll watch the point after attempt by Rendina. It is up and it is good. And what a first quarter for Florida State. Now with 1:05 to play in the first quarter, Florida State 17 and LSU nothing on the Southern Video.
After 3 generations of cops, there's finally a lieutenant in the Pinelli family. Looks like a stroll-light night.
Looks like a stroll-light night. Looks like a stroll-light night. When things are going right. Looks like a stroll-light night. Looks like a stroll-light night.
Stroll-light, a great tasting beer that doesn't fill you up.
Looks like a stroll-light night when good times come along.
Me and my good buddies here sometimes disagree, but when it comes to Ford Escort, there is no argument.
Right, Bobby. Escort's meeting the competition with mileage, and that's number one in my book. Wrong, Vance. Escort's front-wheel drive is what pulls it ahead of the competition.
No way, Charlie. Escort's attention to detail makes you proud of good old American know-how.
Test drive Escort for yourself, and you'll see why. This is our country, and Ford is our car.
I think we just agreed on something.
And the kick by Mike Rendina with the Seminoles ahead 17-0. Picking the ball up is Dunn, number 23. Lester Dunn at the 15, and the special teams go to work. Oh, the ball, here comes Dunn. Somehow he managed to break free, and he comes out to the 30, and finally is down to the 31-yard line. It looked like he had been totally stopped, and somehow he came out of a traffic jam and came another 15 yards out to the 31-yard line. Eric Riley made the tackle, and it looks like Ron Hester has been shaken up on the play. Watch this, and let's see how he does escape.
You're going to see him fumbling the ball there, Bob, and very wise. He just takes his time, picks it up. But you know, it's so often that a busted play like this will work. Oh, boy. Number 9, lock your arms. Number 8, lock your arms. Come on, Hannah. And Hannah does not give up. He comes back, and he does make a tag. You see there is where Ron took the full brunt of that blow.
Hester was hitting him from one side as we watch Ron leave the field. And, of course, Eric Riley was hitting him from the other side, and Hester took the main bump. 17-0 Florida State. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. The last one, a 15-yard romp around right end by Greg Allen. It took only 12 seconds to score the touchdown after the block punt by Warren Hanna and the recovery by Ken Rowe.
And of course, Bob, we got 53 seconds to go in the ball game. Florida State leading 17-0. First quarter, excuse me. Maybe it feels like it should be this second quarter.
You feel so good, you old Seminole quarterback, you just want to wind it up here and go home. 53 seconds left in the first quarter. As we watch Eric Martin, and the pass is away, beautifully faked. It goes to Malcolm Scott, the tight end, number 80. Not a first down, but a good gain out to about the 38-yard line. And Harvey Clayton closes the play off at that point. Watch James Harris apply pressure here.
He is going to get some kind of pressure. Good hit. But I'll tell you what, this Rice is a very cool customer. He's taken some good licks back there. He delivered the ball, hit it on the money. And, of course, Malcolm Scott, who's already caught 18 passes this year, he's his second leading receiver, made the catch.
This is second down and a yard to go. Martin, the tailback, has the first down and more. Is hit down at the 48 by Tracy Ashley, a freshman from Eastman, Georgia. But it is first and 10 LSU with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I'll tell you, you're going to see Martin here. Scott McLean's going to get tied up in a block along with Corsi, and he just explodes through there. And, of course, a good hit coming across by number 8, Eric Riley, knocks him down.
First and 10 for the Bengal Tigers on their own 48-yard line. Eric Martin breaks into the secondary, over the 45, goes to the 43. Safety Larry Harris, number 30 of the Seminoles, and Scott McLean stopped the play at that point. Good gain, not a first down, but a second down in short yardage.
I'll tell you what, right now, after that kickoff, the Tigers from LSU have just come roaring back. And that is the end of the first quarter, Bob.
So, the first quarter has come to an end at the score of Florida State 17 and LSU nothing, and this is the Southern Video Network.
Tom Bryant, car buff. And when he's not working on them, he's insuring them. Tom's an auto owner's insurance agent. So he takes pride in the things he does, like carefully matching the right car insurance policy to the right customer.
I'm Tom Bryant. There's an auto owner's agent just like me in your town.
For more information, see Caldwell and Langford Insurance Agency, Thomasville, McAllister Insurance Agency, Quitman and Valdosta, and Pat Thomas Insurance Agency, Quincy.
Hello, Santa.
Looks like you need some help, huh? Do you speak any English?
Svenska.
How about a Coke?
Coke?
Drink.
Vad är det för något?
Coke.
Okay. Cola.
Yeah,
the smile makes me feel good. Wherever you are.
Well, where to?
Just down to the next gas station.
ABC for North Florida and South Georgia, Tallahassee 27.
enter the second quarter. Risher, the quarterback, pitching back to Eric Martin, and he is swarmed at the 42. He may have a first down. Larry Harris led the defensive charge for the Seminoles.
Little pitch back here to Martin. You're going to see 54, Tommy Young, going to come in and just ring his bell. Nice solid hit that time by the linebacker, Tommy Young, who did make the initial stop, even though there's other people on. From the end zone, let's take a look at it from here. You're going to see this hit. Look at 54 coming across. He'll take his jump, and there's Mr. Young to stop that initial shot.
So the Tigers trailing 17-0. They're moving the ball. They have a first down. Al Risher, the junior quarterback, throws on the run. Oh, what a catch! Alvin Scott, the tight end, number 80, and that one goes into the highlight film. Beautiful diving midair grab.
And Tracy Ashley was as close as you're going to find him. Risher rolling out. He's going to get tremendous pressure, but he throws. But look at talent. This is pure talent right there, ladies and gentlemen. Laying your body out and good concentration and making that catch.
First down, LSU on the Seminole 25-yard line. Jude Hernandez, number 13, is the fullback. They give to the tailback, Eric Martin. Martin met at the line of scrimmage, Ron Hester. Good linebacker. Putting his nose in there, giving a good hard hit.
We're going to come back now again, and Risher rolling out. He's getting pressure from the inside there, number 51. Coming across, James Gilbert. He's going to deliver it a little out front, but watch this dive. Isn't that beautiful? Number 80, Malcolm Scott.
Can't do it any better than that, Vic. How to make your quarterback happy.
And he's 6'5" and 240 with that agility.
And this is 2nd and 10. Al Risher is in trouble, and he'll be sacked. Not actually sacked, but thrown for a loss. Back on the 30, and watch Ron Hester, number 83, getting up along with Gary Futch, number 79.
And, of course, number 64 there was right with him. Of course, Risher, that time on his double reverse, but absolutely nothing. The initial charge, the big charge, of course, is by 79, Gary Futch. Just closed in real quick, had no place to go, so Risher had to take the hit.
Risher is a very good running quarterback, and so far the Seminoles are doing a beautiful job of pinching him off and not allowing him to scramble. Risher. Oh, what a hit, what a hit by James Harris, the cornerback, number 33, who sacks the quarterback, Alan Risher, all the way back to about the 40-yard line. Just as he got his arm up to try and throw, wham, here came James Harris. Look at Bobby Bowden.
I'd be excited too, Bobby.
So, 4th and 24. James Wagner will punt it from midfield. He hangs it high in the air. There's no one back to receive. They had the rush on, and it goes into the end zone. It is into the end zone, and the Seminoles will take it first down on their own 20-yard line. And the pressure being applied by the Seminole defense tonight, well, I think the word is awesome.
It is that there. James Harris on that last sack. You know, this is one thing a quarterback does, because I'm sure that Risher looked out of the corner of his eyes, and he saw number 33, James Harris, starting to sneak towards the line of scrimmage, and he knew that he was coming. All he wanted to do was try to get rid of the football.
Ricky Williams has played only one play. Otherwise, Craig Allen, the freshman from Milton, Florida, has been at tailback, and he has been the offensive story of the football game, an explosive game for Florida State. Ken Burnett is the fullback, and now here comes Craig Allen. And out to the 25, a gain of 5, and stopped by the linebacker on the strong side, Lawrence Williams, with the help of Rydell Malazone.
And of course, Bob, what you're going to find as the game goes on, that Stockstill is going to try to pull that back, because the linebackers are going to start now sprinting to that sideline, trying to cut off the point, and this is where Allen's been effective. So Allen will start taking a couple steps to his right or his left, and then try to bend it back into the inside, trying to run against that grain or the flow of the defensive linebackers.
Florida State had 116 rushing yards in the first quarter. The pitch to Greg Allen. And Allen, not quite a first down, stopped at about the 29. The weak side linebacker, Al Richardson, number 51, makes the play in time to avoid a first down.
And this is what we're going to talk about. The two linebackers, and they are fine ones. They're going to run as fast as they possibly can. Good hit that time by number 51, Al Richardson. But they are quick, and they are very active and very mobile.
Third down and only about a foot for a first and 10. Two tight ends, Sam Childers and Zeke Moat. Ken Burnett is the up back. He's the fullback in the eye. They'll pitch to the tailback, Allen. First down and more. Across the 30, out to the 33. Linebacker Al Richardson, number 51. And as Vic has been saying, look at the defense. You'll see these two linebackers every play.
You're going to see Allen here from the end zone. Good shot from the end zone. See the blocking coming down. Good block up inside there by Burnett. Of course, they're going for the short yardage. And Craig Allen does get it. You know, the thing that's exciting about Craig Allen is once he makes that move towards the line of scrimmage, he gets his shoulders square, he totally accelerates.
17-0 Florida State. Early second quarter. Craig Allen. This time will get nothing. Corralled at the line of scrimmage as he tried to get outside, going around to the right. Number 51 is linebacker Al Richardson. And helping on the play, Greg DuBrock.
No place to go. They went to the well. Once two off the 98, of course, breaking his block in there and coming down. That's Ramsey Darter and makes a nice hit and closes it.
Dennis McKinnon checks in. I believe it's his fourth offensive play so far in the football game. He missed last week due to an injury, but he's a much healthier football player this week. This is second down and 10, and they run the reverse. Greg Allen with the football out over the 40 and to the 42-yard line, and a good pickup again by Greg Allen. He'll be close to a first down when we watch where they spot the ball.
And as you saw, as the play developed, Allen came up and got on the wing and just set up the reverse. Good block downfield. Set it up by number 81, Zeke Moat.
It'll be third down and a yard. Florida State, the Seminoles with a 17-0 lead. We are early in the second quarter, almost midway now in the second quarter. And here on third and short, we'll watch Rick Stockstill. He will pitch to Greg Allen. And Allen will not have the first down. They stop him this time. Lawrence Williams, number 34, the strong side linebacker, had the answer.
He had the answer. And, of course, you know, let's face it, Bob, they've been getting outside. You know both linebackers will talk to each other. We've got to get to that point of attack quicker. And that time, Lawrence Williams has been an outstanding football play, broke through the block, and made a good hit.
And for the first time tonight, All-American punter Ron Stark is on the field. Ron with a 45.9 average for the year after 42 punts. Total of almost 2,000 yards. Watch. Oh, the ball is dropped. And Stark takes off on the run, and he manages to kick it. He got the kick away. Second time he's done that this year. And he not only kicks it, but he kicks it very well. It'll be down on the 24-yard line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that man is an athlete.
He is an outstanding athlete. Not only did he drop the ball, as you're going to see right here, he's going to have trouble picking it up, but he breaks a tackle to get it away. Oh, my goodness, he took his hands off the ball, but very wisely. Oh, hang on that ball. Now watch this. That's courage, because he knew he was going to get hit. That is not roughing. That is not roughing the kicker, because the ball has already hit the ground. He is now live. And anybody can take a shot no matter when he kicks the ball.
John Pritchie made the defensive hit. Now LSU from their own 24-yard line. And again, the Seminole front five on defense is Johnny on the spot. And James Gilbert is back in as the nose guard, so James is all right. Checking in at fullback will be Jude Hernandez, number 13. Mike Muntz and Jude Hernandez have been the messengers and the fullbacks for Jerry Stovall, the LSU coach. Now in his second year as the head man at LSU, and his record so far, 10-8. The long pass by Allen Racer. He has a receiver wide open. McDaniel will score. McDaniel will score. A 75-yard touchdown. Orlando McDaniel was put in, number 32. And he beat his man, and he gathered it in, and there was no doubt about it.
And the complexion of this crowd is just going crazy. Number 33, James Harris, got burned. McDaniel just running a very simple fly pattern and just blew by James Harris. And Reicher put the ball on the money. An outstanding throw by Alan Reicher.
76-yard scoring play, and that'll put a lot of life into this LSU football team. David Johnson will try the point after. Timmy Bird will hold at the 10-yard line, and the kick is on the way. And It is good. So the conversion by Johnston, and so with 7:59 to play in the first half, it's Florida State 17 and LSU 7.
Welcome to Lindy's. What you gonna have?
I want to try your new hot and spicy.
Here we are at Lindy's Fried Chicken, talking to people about the new and improved hot and spicy. What do you think of the new hot and spicy fried chicken?
I think it's terrific.
It's real good. We eat here about 3 or 4 times a week. I get it just about every time.
I think it's delicious. It's just the right amount of spiciness, not too hot. It's really good.
After 2 years of experimentation, as of this March, Lindy's has perfected hot and spicy fried chicken. Spice up your life.
Since 1950, Nick's Toggery has been supporting the Seminoles just like Bill Smith. Nick salutes the Seminole boosters, whose hard work off the field helps the Seminoles look good on the field. Bill's busy business schedule means he relies on Nick's quality clothing to always set the tone and arrive in style. We're proud of the men and women who boost the Seminoles, and we're pleased that so many FSU supporters wear their Seminole pride in the distinctive traditional fashions of Nick's Toggery, Governor Square, Tallahassee Mall, and downtown.
Now here's James Wagner to kick off, and he hits it beautifully. Billy Allen is number 31, and he's going to bring it out. 5, Billy to the 10, down on the 11-yard line. On the 11-yard line, Billy Allen taken down by Steve Duhan, number 43, a freshman, strong side linebacker. There's that last scoring drive. They got it all in one play. They did pass from Al Risher to Orlando McDaniel. So this is the poorest field position Florida State has had so far tonight, Vic.
The poorest field position. I know that the coaching staff is going to be talking to Mr. Allen, Billy Allen, that is, who returned it out at the end. There was just really no reason to bring that up. That ball was kicked to the right. It was hung high. He had no chance of really getting any yardage at all.
And he hesitated for a moment. The split backs are Greg Allen and Ken Burnett. And Stockstill will put it up. And he throws. It is gathered in, I believe, at the 32 by Phil Williams, number 87. Oh, Stockstill.
Stockstill rolling out, as you're going to look at it right here. But the nice part about Stockstill on this play here is the pattern that Williams ran. He took off downfield like he was going to run a fly pattern, and bang, at the last minute before the ball, while the ball was in the air, Williams turned and the ball was there.
20-yard gain, first down from the 32. Greg Allen fighting to the 35-yard line and stopped at the 35 by Ramsey Dardar. Dardar, by the way, has had to move over to the nose guard because Greg Bowser was shaken up and he came out. And so Bill Elko, his backup at tackle, is now playing tackle and Dardar as the nose guard. We look at Bobby Bowden after he talked to Tony Johnson and put him into the game. It is 2nd and 7 Florida State. Bill Williams and Tony Johnson are the wide receivers on 2nd down and 7. Rich Stockstill to Greg Allen. Allen to the 35, Allen to the 40, gaining ground across to the 41, close to a first down. 3rd down and about a yard, maybe 2.
About what you're going to see in this screen pass here is I think that the linemen got too far ahead of the ball here because they threw beautiful blocks downfield. See the catch, see both of them going down, but they were able to get up and make the hit. And of course, that is a timing play, the screen pass. Had they been a little bit closer, who knows where he could have gone on that play.
Dennis McKinnon comes in as a wide receiver, along with Phil Williams. 3rd down, quarterback sneak. Stockstill trying for a first down. I'm not sure that he has it. We'll wait and see.
Stockstill must have saw something down there, Bob, that made him, because I think he went on that automatically. Possibly the nose guard shifting to one side, and he figured he could make his move.
And LSU says, bringing the chains out, we're not going to concede. The chains will be brought out. The clock has been stopped at the referee's expense, and we'll see whether or not it's a first down at the 42-yard line of FSU.
And it's going to be close no matter which way you go.
He's short.
Well, Bob, do you go for the half inch or do you kick it away? Coach Bobby Bowden talking over on the sideline with Tony Johnson, sending him in, and they are going to go for the first down.
He sent in Sam Childers, the tight end. They'll have 2 tight ends, Zeke Moet and Sam Childers. Bobby Bowden is a real gambler. We're only in the 2nd quarter. He'll gamble here on 4th down from his own 42. Quarterback quarterback sneak again. Stockstill, I believe, has the first down. Sam Childers is pointing downfield saying, yes, we have it. But sometimes the optimism can fool you.
Of course, it all depends where they spot that ball. Now, Stockstill did hit on the line of scrimmage, and he did a very wise thing. He was stopped momentarily, and he rolled off. And by rolling off, I think that could possibly be the difference between a first down and not a first down. So they are going to bring it in. But I'd have to believe they got it because that ball is about 6 inches forward. But it's going to be close again, Bob.
Florida State 17, LSU 7. They'll stretch out the chain. First down.
And that was the difference on that second effort by Rick Stockstill. Jerry Stovall on the sideline, a little disappointed because that was an important play for LSU. If they stop Florida State, now they totally do have momentum. And Bobby Bowden knew it.
And Bobby Bowden was willing to take that gamble, although we still have 6 minutes to play in the first half. It is 17-7. Dennis McKinnon and Phil Williams are the wide receivers. A first down play for FSU. It is given to fake to Greg Allen, thrown long to McKinnon, and it is deflected in the air and incomplete. At last, it is incomplete off the hands of cornerback Al Thomas, number 33. Beautiful faking on the play action by Stockstill.
It was that, but you know the interesting thing about that play, Bob, is not only Thomas and the other defensive back, I think it was Scott Watson down there, you're looking at it here, each one of them is going to have an opportunity to catch the ball, and I'm also talking about our receiver downfield, seeing it tipped away, the good concentration that time by McKinnon trying to come back, he gets a piece of it. Stop and think about that. That is a very difficult football play.
It is 2nd and 10. Greg Allen into the secondary, across the 50. Looked like the ball slipped out of his hands for a moment, but he grabbed it. Ken Burnett, beg your pardon. Not Greg Allen, but the fullback, Ken Burnett, stopped by Tim Joyner, number 92. But a good gain. Close to a first down.
Little quick draw here. Ken Burnett going to cut it back, reading it beautifully, and he hits in there tough. You know, he's a fine-looking running back. So far this year, his average not bad. Going into the game, he had a 5.4 rushing average, and that's not bad in any league.
Almost a 10-yard pickup by Ken Burnett from Brandon, Florida. And now Sam Childers comes in. 2 tight ends in the game for Florida State. It is 3rd down and only about a foot to go, and it's fumbled by the tailback, Greg Allen, but he pounced on it, but it will deny the first down.
Well, Bob, I don't know. He kind of jumped forward with the ball. Again, it goes where they're going to spot it. They're laying it down, so they're going to look over there, and no, he is short.
Same decision again for Bobby Bowden.
You're going to see this. I have a feeling that Allen that time took his eye off the ball and was looking upfield trying to find where the hole was, and unfortunately he can't do that on a pitch play.
And now the referee, Johnny Cook, says, let's get the chain in. Let's be sure. So they will measure it out once again as Jerry Stovall, the 40-year-old head coach at LSU, looks on. Homecoming for LSU, a sellout crowd, a beautiful night for a football game, and he's short by just that much, Vic.
And it's 4th down again. Now, what will Bobby Bowden do?
Well, we talked normally about 3rd down conversions. Now we're talking about 4th down conversions. The play will be brought in by Dennis McKinnon, and obviously the Seminoles again will try for the first down. The ball is on the 48-yard line of LSU. 4:35 to play in the first half. Burnett and Allen in the backfield. McKinnon in motion, reverses. The pitch to Greg Allen, the tailback. Student body right. First down and more as he gets to the 45-yard line. Ricky Chapman, a sophomore linebacker, made the stop, but he has the first down.
And you're going to see a hit by Ricky Chapman on this outside because I thought Allen had a lot more going for it until this linebacker stepped in and just nailed him right there. Fine-looking hit by number 37, Rick Chapman.
Second time in a row, the Seminoles take the chance on down and they make it work. First down from the LSU 45-yard line. Stockstill retreating, and he gets it away for Ken Burnett, incomplete across the way at about the 45. Greg Dubrock of LSU. Oh, what pressure on Stockstill that time.
Well, they had a running screen that time, Bob, to the right side. Unfortunately, I don't think that they checked number 40 Brock close enough. Because I think what he's supposed to be doing is that offensive lineman is supposed to make a quick hit Stockstill here having to unload the ball. He's got a little bit higher trajectory on that, Bob, when he's throwing it out of bounds.
That was Greg Dubrock, the freshman linebacker, who put the hit on. And it's 2nd and 10. McKinnon comes in motion. Stockstill to Greg Allen. And Greg Allen running to the right side. Oh, he is smothered by linebacker Al Richardson, number 51. Maybe got a yard, and that's about all.
Hey, that 51 is a fine-looking linebacker. He's got 82 tackles going into this game. Now, you're going to see good lateral movement here. He's staying away from his blocking. He comes in. Well, he made it almost, a one throw there, didn't he? A little neck hole. But he did come down the line of scrimmage to make the tackle.
3rd and 9, Florida State. The Seminoles with a 17-7 lead. We're getting late now in the first half of the football game. Stockstill down the middle for Phil Williams. Phil Williams, I believe, has the first down as he makes the catch, and he is hit down almost immediately by Eugene Daniel, the cornerback. But from here, it looked like he had just enough.
He had that, and he does get it. Stockstill delivering the football here. One thing about Williams, he is Mr. Steady. He knows where that first down marker is. He did not break that pattern across until he knew that he had cleared for the first down, and that's knowing where you are on the field at all times.
Phil Williams came into this game averaging 20 yards per catch. 1st and 10, Florida State. Greg Allen knifing through the middle and getting down across the 30 to the 31. Gain, I believe, of about 5, and Lawrence Williams, the strong side linebacker, will make the tackle.
Greg Allen, a little bit of delay coming back, folding back. You can see the linebackers have already cleared out of there, and that's one of the reasons that Bobby Bowden put that play in for this game. He knew their linebackers were extremely active, and he wanted to run and back them, especially when they get into the flow of the play.
Remember, the Seminoles began this drive on their own 11-yard line, and this time Ken Burnett, the junior fullback from Brandon, doing all of the work here tonight with Mike Whiting sidelined with an injury. Pinched by the 2 linebackers, Williams and Richardson.
You know, about the one nice thing about this drive, Florida State has had possession of this ball an awful long time. They're eating up a lot of that clock, and I know what they would like to do is try to get something in the end zone, either a field goal or a touchdown, so that they go into the second half either 23-7 or 20-7.
Florida State will take time out, and with the score, Florida State 17 and LSU 7, this is the Southern Video Network.
Teamwork, that's what it takes to make it today. Teamwork, like our 6 great banks working together. First National, main office downtown. Second National on the west side. Industrial National on the north side. City National on Appalachia Parkway and on Centerville Road. Havana State in Havana. And First National Bank of Jefferson County. 6 independent, home-owned banks that make their own decisions. Your all-star banking team in the capital city. The Capital City Bank Group. Member FDIC.
Security is an important word at Midjet Moore Insurance Agency. So when you buy protection through us, we give you more than a few sheets of paper. Our major concern is your financial security, and our representatives will advise you of the best ways to avoid financial losses. Whether it's for your home, business, or personal security, we help you determine how much protection you need, and then explain the coverage so you know exactly what you're buying. If you can't afford to lose, get protection at Midjet Moore.
And that's a bingo tagger. 3rd down and 2 following the Florida State timeout. And now Tom McCormick brings the offensive line up to the line of scrimmage. Greg Allen moving out on the wing. Ken Burnett sitting behind the quarterback. And Burnett breaks it into the secondary over the 15 all the way down to the 12-yard line. Ken Burnett stopped by Richardson and Boudreaux, but that one opened awfully quick.
Awfully quick, and look at the blocking on the right side by Ricky Render and Eric Ryan. Just fine-looking blocking, and of course, on that little quick hopper there, Ken Burnett picking up the first down and more.
Beautiful blocking so far in the first half tonight by the offensive guard, Bob Merson from Seminoles. 15 for a first down. First down now on the 12 of LSU. Stockstill throwing to the end zone. Phil Williams has it for a touchdown. Phil Williams beating the cornerback, Eugene Daniel, number 35, and the Seminoles have scored again.
And Bob, he turned him around completely. This is a favorite play of Florida State's where Stockstill just comes back, lays it to a point, but the move on the outside there by Phil Williams was outstanding. He took a move to the inside. McDaniel took it, and then Williams broke it outside. The ball was already in the air, and there you have 6 points.
An 89-yard scoring drive. The kick by Mike Rendina is traveling, and it will be perfect. And with a minute 24 to play in the first half, it is now Florida State 24 and LSU 7. And this is the Southern Video Network.
Dick Hauser on the road with the Kansas City Royals talks about his new car from Seminole Toyota.
It's a super car, stylish, sporty, and yet economical. Let me show you where I got it. Well, here it is, Seminole Toyota, a great place to buy a car. Seminole Toyota will be loaded with the biggest supply of Toyotas in their history, from the most economical Starlet to the luxurious Cressida. You'll never have a better choice. Buy now at Seminole Toyota, 2800 West Tennessee in Tallahassee.
Catch that Pepsi spirit. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in. Catch that Pepsi spirit. Drink it in, drink it in, drink it in.
And the kick by Mike Rendina will be very short. Penalty flags have been thrown. It goes out of bounds, and it will come back. What happened on that one, Vic?
You know, I'll tell you what, I would like to ask Mike Rendina myself because I'm not sure if he knows. I can't tell whether he was trying an onside kick and he got too much foot in it, or if it was just a miscue because he is a sidewinder. And we have been informed that that was a bloop. And what they were trying to do was lay the ball down around the 35-yard line and take it. And there in the screen, 16 plays, 89 yards, but more important, 6 minutes and 31 minutes eaten up.
Well, that's a lot of time to take off of the clock in a sustained drive.
Very interesting, Bob. LSU is going to refuse the penalty where the ball went out and take the ball where it did go out. So they will put the ball in play at about the 34-yard line with 1:24 to go here in the second quarter.
And you can bet that Alan Risher, the junior quarterback who hit the 75-yard bomb, will be trying to hit another prior to intermission. They go to a nickelback, the Seminoles do, with Warren Hanna checking in. We're watching Risher. He's a scrambler. He can't get away from nose guard James Gilbert. Gilbert wraps him to the turf on the 35, but that was the line of scrimmage.
And that's the amazing thing about Gilbert, as you're going to see here. He is 6 foot, 260 pounds. Now, he is fighting the blocker. He's reading the quarterback. And look at that quickness to be able to run down Risher. And he is an outstanding quarterback and an outstanding runner.
LSU, trying hard to get more points, has taken a timeout with a minute 9 to play in the first half. And the score, FSU 24, LSU 7 on the Southern Video Network.
So Alan Risher trying to put the ball up into the air, got good secondary coverage out of the nickelback, which Bobby Bowden threw into his secondary. And of course, you know, looking at that last play there, Bob, I think that James Gilbert was not supposed to rush. I think that he was possibly waiting for either a draw. He's probably responsible for draw. He's possibly responsible for the quarterback if he does scramble out to make sure he doesn't go any place. And if that is the case, he did an outstanding job.
I want to tell you one thing, Vic Princey. Mr. Bowden is a rather amazing coach. To be able to bring a team back and play so aggressively and with such intensity after taking a bad beating a week ago in Pittsburgh, and his team is still on the road. The second down play, and the ball goes off to Eric Martin, the freshman tailback. He'll be corralled at the 37 by Jarvis Coursey. That's Eric Martin, number 41. Ran a kickoff back 100 yards for a TD last week against Kentucky. Mike Muntz is the fullback, number 30. Risher will put it up. And he throws it short to Martin. Oh, look at the tackle at the 41 by Ron Hester, the senior linebacker from Umatilla.
And I'll tell you what, the cat was on him awfully quick that time because it was a dump pass by Risher. But unfortunately, Mr. Hester read it and got there quickly and made a super hit.
That's Al Risher coming to the sideline now because it's fourth down. And the ball will be punted by James Wagner of Louisiana State. There you see the number. Al Risher now needs only 6 more completions to tie the school record held by Burt Jones, now with the Baltimore Colts. Now that is James Wagner, and the Seminoles will not drop anybody back for a run back.
Well, they're probably going to look for the fake punt if there is one available, but then possibly they're going to throw in Mr. Hanna, who's already blocked one punt tonight, and maybe try to get good field position.
And Vic Princey, the Florida State University Band, is here to help entertain the capacity crowd at Tiger Stadium, and now they will drop Cedric Jones back. The long snap will be made by Mike Burtz. Normally, he is the offensive right guard, and the punt by Wagner. Good hang time. They'll let it go. Bouncing down over the 15, the 10. And they'll stop it on the 6-yard line, and the clock will reveal 24 seconds to go in the first half.
So you can bet that Bobby Bowden is not going to try to play field position with 24 seconds to go with the ball lying at about the 6-yard line. But then on the other hand, very interesting things happened. Bobby Bowden twice on 4th down when he was leading only 17-7, went for first downs and made them.
And his offense has clicked for 3 touchdowns in the first half. 2 of the 3 touchdown passes thrown by Rick Stockstill. The other a 15-yard sweep by the freshman tailback Greg Allen, who's put on a marvelous first half. 24 seconds left on the clock, and Stockstill will just take it to the ground. Natural turf here at Tiger Stadium in LSU. The last of a 5-game road trip, probably the toughest trip in the history of college football for a major college power.
Rob, I can never, ever remember any team that has been on the road like we've been on the road against the opponents we were against.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, and this will be the end of the first half. So at halftime, the score is Florida State 24 and LSU 7, and this is the Southern Video Network.
When I found out that the Feo & Company was the only locally owned store selling jewelry in Governor Square, that was good enough for me. It's the only place I shop for fine jewelry.
Isn't it lovely? I had this ring made to order at DeFeo & Company. It's the only one like it in the whole world.
It's our 25th wedding anniversary next week. Herb will love the sterling silver coupling set. I hope he doesn't see me here at DeFeo & Company.
Great gift ideas for everyone at DeFeo & Company.
Need tires? Go to a friend who's in the business. You'll get safe, long-wearing tires, and you'll get them at the best possible price. Because a friend will look after your interest as well as his own. That's our philosophy at Rainey Coffins and Tallahassee Tire. We sell only Goodyear tires because Goodyear's #1. What's more, you'll get prices like these and the best selection within 250 miles. The next time you need tires, remember this. At Rainey Coffins and Tallahassee Tire, you've got friends in the business.
This is Bob Murphy with Vic Princey. We're at halftime now at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. A capacity crowd, 76,000. They call it Saturday Night Madness. It'll be a beautiful halftime show. Both of the bands are here, and both schools do have a marvelous band. An entertaining first half of football for Florida State football fans, Vic.
It has been that. Florida State coming off of a very tough defeat to a very inspired Pittsburgh Panther team, but they did come out, and very surprisingly, they look extremely fresh. I was very fearful coming into this game that this being their 5th away game, their 5th time on the road against a very difficult opponent. After last week, we looked a little sluggish, Florida State did. They did not have the zip and the fire that they had against Ohio State and Notre Dame, but I will guarantee you this evening here at Tiger Stadium, they are displaying offensive and defensive firepower.
And the Florida State University Marching Band has a marvelous program lined up for the fans here tonight. The first musical presentation by the band this evening will be from Neil Diamond's America from the Jazz Singer. Eric Martin, the freshman tailback, has it there. Will be smothered across the 20 at the 21-yard line. And so we are into the second half. It's 24-7 Florida State. And the Tigers receiving the second half kickoff will be putting it in play on about their own 22-yard line for his first down. And we'll see now what Jerry Stovall, the young head coach at LSU, has in mind for his offense.
In the whole world.
It's our 25th wedding anniversary next week. Herb will love this sterling silver cuffling set. I hope he doesn't see me here at DeFeo and Company.
Great gift ideas for everyone at DeFeo and Company.
Need tires? Go to a friend who's in the business. You'll get safe, long-wearing tires, and you'll get them at the best possible price. Because a friend will look after your interest as well as his own. That's our philosophy at Rainey Coffins and Tallahassee Tire. We sell only Goodyear tires because Goodyear's #1. What's more, you'll get prices like these and the best selection within 250 miles. The next time you need tires, remember this. At Rainey Coffins and Tallahassee Tire, you've got friends in the business.
This is Bob Murphy with Vic Frenzy. We're at halftime now at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. A capacity crowd, 76,000. They call it Saturday Night Madness. It'll be a beautiful halftime show. Both of the bands are here, and both schools do have a marvelous band. An entertaining first half of football for Florida State football fans, Vic.
It has been that. Florida State coming off of a very tough defeat to a very inspired Pittsburgh Panthers team, but they did come out, and very surprisingly, they look extremely fresh. I was very fearful coming into this game that this being their 5th away game, their 5th time on the road against a very difficult opponent. After last week, we looked a little sluggish, Florida State did. They did not have the zip and the fire that they had against Ohio State and Notre Dame, but I will guarantee you this evening here at Tiger Stadium, they are displaying offensive and defensive firepower.
And the Florida State University Marching Band has a marvelous program lined up for the fans here tonight. The first musical presentation by the band this evening will be from Neil Diamond's America from the Jazz Singer. And Eric Martin, the freshman tailback, has a will be smothered across the 20 at the 21-yard line. And so we are into the second half. It's 24-7 Florida State. And the Tigers receiving the second half kickoff will be putting it in play on about their own 22-yard line for his first down. And we'll see now what Jerry Stovall, the young head coach at LSU, has in mind for his offense. His wide receivers will be Mark Johnson, number 3, and Orlando McDaniel, number 32, and he'll immediately go to the air. Al Risher, the quarterback, throws it to Eric Martin. He drops it. It is incomplete. Eric Martin, the tailback, drifting out of the backfield as a safety valve, but is slithered out of his hands.
And, of course, Alan Risher immediately wanted to go upstairs trying to find Orlando McDaniel downfield, but that time James Harris was not burned. He had him covered beautifully, so Risher tried to dump it off. Unfortunately, the ball was not caught.
Jude Hernandez, number 13, a senior, will be at fullback, and Eric Martin, who's gone almost all the way, will be a tailback. He's number 41, and he can break one. He is a big playmaker. This is Eric Martin, and here he comes, and Jarvis Coursey slowed him up. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 16-yard line by linebacker Ron Hester, number 83.
And what an outstanding football play by Jarvis Coursey. He had the blocker in front of him. He did the very wise thing. He took the outside technique. By that, the outside shoulder. He didn't want to let Eric Martin get outside of him. He blasted through there. He did not make the tackle, but he turned it back in, and he did not let him get the corner.
Mike Muntz alternating at fullback with Jude Hernandez, third and long, third down and 15. Mark Johnston and Orlando McDaniel are the wideouts, and Alan Risher is putting it up and diving for it. Malcolm Scott, the tight end, but it's incomplete. Fourth and 15. Harvey Clayton on the corner, busting it up.
Busting it up and almost going for the interception. Clayton that time very wisely read the receiver coming to the outside and made the hit.
We're looking at James Wagner, the sophomore punter out of New Orleans. A 41-yard punting average. Oh, they blocked it again. The squirts in the air. Jarvis Coursey trying to get it. It's a loose football. They're battling for it at the 5. A flag has been thrown. Things got a little bit too rough. Finally recovered by New Orleans at the goal line. and I believe Tommy Young made the tackle, but Warren Hanna, number 9, for the second time tonight, gets a piece of it.
He's coming hard on this outside corner. Again, he's coming very flat with that ball that's going to be kicked. There he is. Let's see who gets a piece of it, and you called it correctly. Number 9, Mr. Hanna made it. Made the block, but let's see what the flag is about now. It will be Florida State's ball. You can see it bouncing around. Caught by the punter, and I think they possibly might call unnecessary roughness against Florida State. Hanna again from the end zone. Just great effort on Hanna's part. The second one tonight. Of course, if Jarvis Coursey knew about going up with that big tip play, he may have had a touchdown.
The penalty will go against Florida State. Johnny Cook, the referee, is walking it off, and the offensive team is coming back on the field. So it's going to be LSU's football.
This is going to be very interesting, Bob, because they're not only marking it off from where the but from the line of scrimmage. Now this I don't understand.
Let's watch the referee. Bobby Bowden wants it explained to him. Personal foul called against Florida State. It's going to be, I believe, 4th down.
But the thing about it is, though, Coach, a personal foul, if the retained possession would have had to been before the ball was blocked.
It requires some explanation. On 4th down and a yard to go, Wagner will punt again, but this time he's standing back close to his own 20-yard line, and instead of having the ball on the 6, the punt is away, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So instead of having first and goal on the 6, Florida State will have a first down on their own 48-yard line. And that one will just require a little clearing up when the football game is over.
And I tell you what, it's going to be a long dialogue on it, I'll guarantee you that, Bob. Of course, you know, the effect of that punt being blocked forced the punter to get a ball kicked off the side of his foot. He was trying to hurry it, and that's the result of a blocked punt.
First down from the 48. Remember, Greg Allen had 149 yards in the first half. Here's Greg Allen to midfield, a gain of about 2. Nose guard Greg Bowser, number 58 of LSU, makes the tackle. By the way, Sam Platt has the Florida State Seminoles school record for yards in one game, 188 against Memphis State.
That was back in 1980, and Sam Platt was a great one, but we've got a young freshman blossoming right here tonight.
Second down and 8. Ken Burnett is the junior fullback from Brandon, and Greg Allen is the tailback. Stockstill putting it up, and he has a receiver at the 31, Phil Williams. I believe he stepped out of bounds, and he did, but more than enough for a first down, a gain of about 25, down to the 29-yard line.
And that's an outstanding pattern that Williams is running there. Stocks are going to go back, but what Phil is doing, he's getting in a run, a foot race down the sideline with number 35, McDaniels, and he's just all of a sudden hitching up real quick. Unfortunately, McDaniels is just trying to stay with him, and that's how he's breaking free.
Another 24 passing yards for Rick Stockstill, and a first down on the Bingo Tiger 29. And on the run is Billy Allen, number 31, another freshman tailback for Bobby Bowden Seminoles. He'll be down to about the 26-yard line, and Greg Dubrock, number 44, a freshman linebacker out of New Orleans, will make the play.
This is one thing that Coach Bowden knew going into the season, that he was going to have a bevy of excellent tailbacks. Of course, Greg Allen now coming back in the lineup for Billy Allen.
And Dennis McKinnon comes in as a wide receiver. Dennis caught a touchdown pass in the first half. He's played sparingly, but very effectively. And McKinnon is going in motion. This will be the fullback, Ken Burnett, sliding away from number 51, Al Richardson, and getting forward to about the 20-yard line. So Ken Burnett, who had a very good first half, averaged about 7 yards a carry.
He did that. He was 4 for 27 yards. And you're going to see here, he runs with a great deal of determination. Some say he does not have the speed of a Whiting, but I think he has about the same amount of power.
This so far the best offensive game of the year for Florida State. And imagine coming in the 5th and final game of a grueling 5-game road trip. Ken Burnett and Greg Allen in the backfield on 3rd down and a yard. And it will be Burnett, the fullback, bulldogging for the first down and getting to about the 15-yard line, where it'll be first down for Florida State. Lawrence Williams, the strong side linebacker, made the play.
And you know, Bob, you're talking about, the 5th game of the road trip. Maybe Florida State is playing an anticipation game. They're anticipating going home and trying to be excited. Good-looking blocker. 96 just got buried. Fine-looking blocking on that left side there by number 71, Bob Merson.
Cedric Jones, another speedy freshman, checks in as a wide receiver. Stockstill will give to Greg Allen. Allen across the 15, fumble. Apparently, the Seminoles hang on to their own.
And it was Mr. Stockstill coming back inside to get that recovery. Well, one thing about it, I'm sure Greg Allen had to prove that he is a little bit of human. And he does make the fumble. Linebacker sliding down the line of scrimmage. Look at that good positioning by him. They're right in front of the ball carrier. Number 97, Leonard Marshall, stripping the ball from Greg Allen. And there's number 11, Rick Stockstill, very alertly coming in and covering the football.
Cedric Jones goes to the sideline. Dennis McKinnon comes in. Talk about doing well on the road under Bobby Bowden. The Seminoles have won 29 of their last 34 road games. Time has been called by Florida State. It's 2nd and 10 when play resumes. The score, Florida State 24, LSU 7 on the Southern Video Network.
Catch that community feeling with the Community Realty Group's 6 independent offices. Paul Byers and Associates, Community Realty of Killarn, Eubanks Realty, Landmark Realty, Millard Noblin Realty, and Davis Smith Realty are serving more and more Tallahasseans. Whether buying or selling, big or small, our associates believe in personal, professional service. That's what the community feeling's all about. Catch it with us at Community Realty Group.
What do a printing press, a surgeon's hand, this law book, a racing greyhound, a boat, a store, a car, a hospital, and a home have in common? Answer, we write insurance on all of them at the Earl Bacon Agency. If there's nothing ordinary about you or your business, why settle for an ordinary insurance agency? So call us.
Earl Bacon Agency, may we help you?
2nd and 10 from the 16. Running with the football is Billy Allen, and this time he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage by Leonard Marshall, the 270-pound defensive tackle, who, by the way, makes a specialty out of catching people behind the line for a loss. This is the 6th time he's done it.
Greg Allen will stumble it, but you can see that LSU has made penetration. Number 34, Leonard Williams, coming in very hard to cut Greg Allen off. And I think that's probably the best way you're going to stop that sweep is through good penetration. Excuse me, that was Billy Allen carrying the ball.
Billy Allen and Ken Burnett are the split backs. Stockstill looking for a receiver, and he's under pressure, and he can't get it away. A long sack back to the 35-yard line. 58 is the nose guard, Greg Bowser, a junior from Franklin, Louisiana. That'll be the longest loss of the night.
And they're going to see that Stockstill is back. He does have a little bit of time here, but unfortunately the coverage is there. There is the tremendous pressure coming in by Greg Bowser, and down goes Stockstill. Now the question is, are they out of range for Rendina? Bobby Bowden doesn't seem to think so. He's got Rendina in. He will spot the ball.
No, Ron Stark has come on.
Ron Stark has come on.
So Ron, who has punted only one time tonight, and that was a short one, will probably be getting another short one here as he looks for the corner. Ron stepping back to midfield to take the long snap from Sam Restivo. Restivo, number 52, a sophomore from Jamestown, New York. Delay of the game will go against the Seminoles here, making the line of scrimmage the 40-yard line.
Of course, they're smart again now. They'll take another 5-yard one because they've got to get Stark back out to where he has his range.
He can kick him almost out of the stadium.
Well, a 40-yarder is almost like a chip shot for him.
Jeffrey Dale is number 27, a freshman from Winfield, Louisiana. Stark angling toward the far coffin corner. Watch it. The 5. Oh, it went into the end zone. just into the end zone as it curled around the stake. So Ron Stark just missing, nailing one out of the 1-yard line.
And that's another talent people don't realize about a Ron Stark is that not only can he boom those high, long, hanging punts, but he can also go to the corner, which was witnessed right then, where he just missed the far left-hand coffin corner with that punt.
LSU trailing at 24-7. Florida State had 258 yards in the first half, 1 running touchdown by Greg Allen, and 2 aerial touchdowns by Stockstill. Al Risher, the quarterback, fires up the middle for number 80, Malcolm Scott, the tight end. He had him wide open, and the play comes for 20 up to the 40-yard line. Larry Harris will make the tackle there, and that is the tight end, Malcolm Scott. He came into this game with 18 catches, Vic.
He is at. The thing about him is, as you're watching it here, he's 6'5", 240 pounds, but he has tremendous agility. You see him reaching back for that reception. Good hit that time by number 30, Larry Harris.
Gain of 19, first down on their own 39-yard line. 8:57 remaining in the third quarter on a perfect football night in Baton Rouge. The ball carrier will be the freshman tailback Eric Martin. Nose guard James Gilbert makes the defensive hit.
There is Young stepping up in that line of scrimmage. That's a good position for the linebacker. He plays off the block, comes in and helps make the tackle along with James Gilbert.
Mike Muntz is the fullback, and Eric Martin is the tailback for LSU. Gain of almost 4 yards, called a second down and 6 from their own 43-yard line. And Al Risher, the junior quarterback, throws on the run. At the 45-yard line, he nails Orlando McDaniel, the split end. McDaniel, who was on the receiving end of the 75-yard scoring play in the first half.
McDaniel running a very quick out pattern. Of course, Harvey Clayton on that side. McDaniel has that great speed, so he is given a cushion, and this is a tough coverage for a cornerback in the wide open field. McDaniel already today has caught a touchdown for 76 yards.
Another Tiger, 1st and 10. They're on the 41 now of the Seminoles. They're doing it with the passing arm of Al Risher, the junior quarterback, who's rapidly wiping out the school record set by Burt Jones, and the people are moving too quickly, and the penalty flags are down. The offensive tackle who moved was Lance Smith, but perhaps a Seminole move first. We'll know in a moment.
Of course, in that play there, Bob, I believe that Risher was changing at the line of scrimmage. He was automatic and off, and unfortunately, number 75, Lance Smith, just got a little anxious and jumped offside. So they will take the 5-yard penalty. It'll be now 1st and 15 at the 46.
And Alan Risher now needs 4 more completions to tie the record set by Burt Jones of 103. He'll try to get one of those 4 he needs right here. Throwing up the middle, and he does get it at the 31-yard line. Malcolm Scott, the tight end. Malcolm Scott worked his way free, and that was a beautiful pass by Al Risher.
Tell you what, that ball got there in a hurry. Malcolm Scott going down and curling back to the inside on a quick turn pattern, but Risher very quickly back into the pocket, took the pressure, but he threw a fastball on that one.
Well, very quickly, LSU has come by the air some 50 yards. A first down now on the 31. Risher throws on the run, and it is incomplete. By the way, McDaniel, the receiver, had gone out of bounds and come back in.
And that is illegal. Once you go off the field, Bob, you are now a dead player. You cannot come back on and make any sort of football play.
That is a no-no. 24-7, Florida State. We're in the third quarter in Baton Rouge. And next week, for the first time in 49 days, the Seminoles will be playing at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers on the 30-yard line of Florida State. Time remaining in the third quarter, 7:37. 2nd and 10. And the Seminoles jump too quickly. We'll see if the flags are down. And the ball carrier is Muntz, the fullback, tackled by Gary Futch, and I do not see a flag, Vic.
I do not see a flag, and I don't really see any reason. Florida State was trying to time coming off on that quarterback snap. They almost jumped offside, but you know, that offensive play was due from the beginning. I believe he had a draw call all the way. Unfortunately, Florida State was there, Futch making the big tackle.
Now 3rd and 12, LSU on the 33 of Florida State. Jude Hernandez and Eric Martin are the split backs, and Risher throws it, and it's intercepted on the near sideline by Harvey Clayton. Harvey Clayton could taken all the way, out of bounds on the 31. Harvey brought it all the way back to the 31. Jude Hernandez, the fullback, finally bumped him out of bounds. There is Harvey Clayton, number 24.
Well, Bob, he's been staying back all evening on McDaniel, and he timed this perfect. You're going to look at that secondary coverage. You're going to get a beautiful shot over here. Clayton is going to time it perfectly, steps up inside, and starts it downfield. He's going to pick up a key block right there by Hester, who clears away. And I believe you should maybe get a face mask there, ladies and gentlemen, but we did not get it. And from the end zone, you will see it again. Reicher going back. One time went to the well. And Clayton very, very beautifully steps up inside and makes a great interception. And let's see if this is a face mask. You be the
Return
judge.
at 50 yards.
Bob, I do believe that was a face mask. Harvey Clayton shaking up on that play. Coming off. But he's a tough one.
I'll say he is. And after he picked it up on his own 21-yard line, he brought it back about 49 yards, all the way to the 30-yard line of LSU. And right here, the Seminoles will have a 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line of the Bingo Tiger. And Harvey Clayton goes off the field, but after a beautiful piece of work on defense.
It's outstanding. You know, that's one thing those defensive backs love to do. They like to go back there a lot of times, and they'll give you that quick turn pattern a lot of times trying to defend against the deep bomb. But that one time that they catch you in a sideline pattern and they can time it as Clayton did that time, it is beautiful art to watch.
And the defense in the game tonight performing so very well for Florida State. Twice they have blocked the punt. Once it worked and once it didn't, and now key pass interception. Burnett and Allen are the running backs. Here comes the reverse. No, it is Cedric Jones, number 41 on the reverse. 15, 10, 5, 4. Cedric Jones goes in for the touchdown. Cedric Jones, who was lined up to the far side of the field as a wide receiver, took the handoff from Greg Allen, and he runs it in. It's a 30-yard touchdown.
And Barry Volta-Petty set a block down there that set him loose into the end zone. Florida State set it up beautifully. They've been running a sweep all night. They had not noticed that Cedric Jones had been at the split end, and you're going to see this handoff right there. And he will go into the end zone. Let's see if we can pick up Volta-Petty's block down that sideline, because it was a beauty.
And the kick by Rendina is up, and the kick is good. And so, with 6:43 remaining in the third quarter, it's now Florida State 31 at LSU 7 on the Southern Video Network.
You stay with a friend.
At Holiday Inn, you stay with a friend. You'll be pleased to see what we're doing with our lobby, restaurant, and rooms. The Round Holiday Inn downtown, where
You stay with a friend.
How would you rate Sonny's on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably 11. I think it's the best barbecue in town. The service was excellent.
I had the fish, but I tasted everybody else's. They had beef and pork and everything else, and I liked it all.
You can't beat their barbecue. I think Sonny's is the best place in town for good barbecue.
Food was great. Service excellent.
I recommend it to anybody else out there that's hungry.
Sonny's Real Pit Barbecue on the Appalachie Parkway.
We're looking at number 41, the freshman Eric Martin, as Mike Rendina boots it. It's going to come down at about the 5-yard line. Herman Fontenot, number 40, is the ball carrier, twisting across the 20 and out to the 23-yard line in the arms of Pat Milligan. Milligan, number 19 of Florida State. And so LSU now trailing by 24, down 31-7.
WECA, we can do it. Tallahassee 27.
The interception by Clayton and the 50-yard return. Warren Hanna is in as a cornerback, replacing Harvey Clayton. Harvey was shaken up when he was tackled on the sideline after the long return. Back to pass, Al Risher, and to Scott, the tight end again. Third time he's grabbed one in the last few minutes, up to about the 41-yard line.
And Reicher again showing his ability to throw the football. He's going to hit Scott, who is the big tight end, coming down across, dragging across the middle, and this is a fine-looking throw. On the money, And, of course, number 30, Larry Harris, could make for the hit.
That'll leave Al Risher only 2 completions shy of the school record. Eric Martin getting away from Rowe somehow. Goes across the 40 and up to about the 41-yard line. Again, Rowe had him, but somehow he managed to slither away, and it looked like he may have had the first down.
You're going to see a great effort here by this fine young running back from LSU. You can see he should be going down there. Rowe coming in and making the hit, but not really grasping and taking him down. He's just tearing off his jersey. But Florida State's defense is swarming, Bob, and this is the big secret tonight.
Need a new jersey? Yes, indeed, after a run like that.
Bob, I think that's his second jersey tonight.
That is Eric Martin, the freshman tailback. By the way, much like Florida State, LSU has had 2 of their running backs missing the game tonight. Jesse Miles and Gene Lang both had minor hurts last week. And, of course, for Florida State, Ricky Williams and Mike Whiting have not played. The long bomb being thrown downfield for McDaniel. He makes the catch at the 20-yard line. It is a loose football. It had been blown dead. It had been blown dead at the 21-yard line. Mark Johnston has the football right now, but the play is blown dead at the 21, and watch this catch.
This is an outstanding football play, I'll guarantee you. Reicher going back. Look at that blitz coming, and it's picked up very nicely by number 23. And this ball is on the money. It's perfect. And I guarantee you, you cannot slight James Harris. He had good coverage. That was just a great throw and a great catch.
First down on the 21-yard line. Risher, the junior quarterback, again throws to Malcolm Scott. He has it on the 8-yard line. The tight end, Malcolm Scott, 6'4", 237 pounds. He is something else, and that will establish a new LSU season record for completions, beating Bert Durham's old record.
He is really humming that football right now. Reicher on a beautiful completion downfield to his tight end. And again, we must remind you that Malcolm Scott is 6'5", 240, and what great agility and great hands, and he's only a junior.
So Alan Risher has tied Bert Jones' record. And this time it'll be a running play to Mike Muntz, the fullback. And there you see he is very, very close to the goal line.
This is a fine run here by number 30, the fullback. You can see this is nothing but great determination. Great leg action that time by number 30, Mike Muntz.
Larry Harris stopped him short of the goal line. Now second down, a yard and goal to go for LSU. Jude Hernandez and Eric Martin are the split backs. Quarterback keep, and Risher has scored. Alan Risher, the quarterback, has scored from a yard out for the Tigers of LSU. And they're on the board for the second time tonight. And it comes with 4:31 to play in the third quarter.
Well, of course, the big play in that drive there was quarterback Alan Reicher hitting Orlando McDaniel again for a big, big reception. Outstanding pattern, an outstanding throw, and an outstanding catch by McDaniel.
They covered 77 yards in a hurry. The point-after attempt by the field goal kicker, David Johnson, hasn't missed one all year. And he still hasn't missed one. So David Johnson makes it true. And with 4:31 to play in the third quarter, it's now the Seminoles 31 and the Tigers 10 on the Southern Video Network.
We'll be back with the kickoff. But first, such as Halston.
Following the Tiger touchdown, Billy Allen at his own 4-yard line. Here comes Billy across the 20. Look at him. Still going, and he may take it all the way.
He's gone.
Billy Allen is gone. They will not catch him. He will bring it all the way back to the end zone. Billy Allen, 95 yards for a touchdown. Check the field. There's not a flag to be seen.
Oh, my. Billy Allen taking the ball at the 5-yard line. Had a beautiful wedge block up the middle. He made one slight break to the right. He popped through clean. And there's one thing about Billy Allen. When it comes to a foot race, he will be the winner.
It has all come together for Bobby Bowden's Seminoles here tonight in LSU. It isn't often you can win 3 years in a row at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
I would love to go back into LSU's history and find out if there's anybody who has won, or any team that's won 3. LSU player down on the field being helped up.
John
Number 48.
John Fritchie is being helped up. He was left behind by Billy Allen on the long and electrifying kickoff return.
One thing about that return there, that wedge blocking was vicious up that middle, and of course Billy Allen took full advantage of it as he raced 95 yards for the touchdown.
being helped to the sideline. He was left behind on the return by Billy Allen, and now Mike Rendina will be trying for the 38th Seminole point. Kelly Lowry is holding, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. And so with Rendina's conversion, it is now Florida State 38, LSU 14, and this is the Southern Video Network.
And, of course, you're watching the tail end of that 95-yard run on the replay. Very, very happy young man. 95 yards, and let's look at it. This is poetry. Making the right move there, break it back. And like we talked about, Tommy Young threw the block that did set him off. Billy Allen's in the foot race. It's tough to catch him.
Press box had noted the return is 89. It looked to me like he started from his 5, did it not?
I thought it did too.
So 38-14, Florida State out in front, and we still have 4:19 to play in the third quarter. And now, of course, Mike Rendina will be kicking off. Mike having a busy night. He got the first points on the board with a 21-yard field goal very early in the first quarter of the game. Eric Martin and Herman Fontenot along with Lester Dunn. The trio deep to receive. Here is the kick. It is well hit by the freshman Rendina. Eric Martin, number 41. To the 15. Oh, beautiful tackle, and the ball had been blown dead. It had been blown dead, otherwise the Seminoles would have it. And that was Warren Hanna. What a job number 9, Warren Hanna, does on the special teams. He is a hitter.
He is a hitter, and if Warren Hanna does not make that hit, we possibly have another foot race going the other way, because there was an awful lot of daylight after Mr. Hanna, but he made a very sure tackle and a very jarring tackle.
For the Seminoles tonight, Rendina has booted a field goal. Stockstill has passed to McKinnon. Greg Allen has run for a 15-yard touchdown. Stockstill has passed to Phil Williams. And now this is LSU trying to get something working. Alfonso Carricker, the sophomore defensive tackle out of Columbus, Ohio, and James Gilbert stopped cold. Lester Dunn, number 23. And Harvey Clayton, who was shaken up after running 50 yards with an interception, is all right now and back playing football.
And of course, I noticed they bring number 83, Ron Hester, back in to play linebacker. It is a passing situation, and this is one of Ron's fortes.
Interesting to note the scoring by the Seminole freshman in the game tonight. Alan Risher throws. Oh, it is batted away and almost intercepted by number 30, Larry Harris, the converted running back. He almost had a hand on it.
He did that. Again, Risher going downfield to Orlando McDaniel, as you call it, Bob. Number 30, Larry Harris, timed it perfectly and almost had an interception going down the other way.
Bobby Bowden has those 3 blue-chip freshman tailbacks. They've all scored tonight. Greg Allen scored on a 15-yard run. Cedric Jones scored on a 30-yard run. And Billy Allen has scored on a 95-yard run. How's that for freshman work? Al Risher on the roll. And he fires it to Martin Johnston, number 3. Did he have possession, or will it be incomplete? It was possession. It was fumbled out of bounds. LSU keeps the football, and they get a first down along with it after a bruising hit by linebacker Tommy Young.
And there is a Seminole down on the field. Possibly that could be Young. Let us not call it until we see it.
And that man, Al Risher, the junior quarterback, tonight has broken the old school record set by Burt Jones.
Tell you what, he is a fine-looking quarterback. Rolling out here as you're looking at it now. Good pass reception. Young coming in, strips the ball there, but unfortunately,
looks like James Gilbert, the nose guard, is down, but we'll wait for a moment. By the way, the old record was 103 completions in 1 year. So Al Risher now with 104, wiping out that mark established by Burt Jones. Marvelous football game being played by the Seminoles here tonight.
That is that, I'll guarantee you. You know, I did not think, Bob, that we would see this much offense. I thought it would have to boil down to possibly a defensive game, mainly because of the fact that we're on a road trip again. They are tired, but they have come back and put on an offensive display tonight, packing up 38 points with 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. And that was number 54, Tommy Young, who was being assisted off the field. He's on his own power now. Good possibility he may have got either a foot or possibly a knee in the head, and maybe just to be a little groggy.
Mark Carlson tells me that in the press box, officially on the kickoff return, they gave it 97 yards. We gave it 95, and it will be the longest back since Larry Key ran one back in the Tangerine Bowl for 93 yards. As Al Risher scrambles, he can really scramble. Now he throws on the run. Mark Johnston is number 3, gathered in at about the 39, probably enough for a first down. It is the first regular season kickoff return for a touchdown since 1974.
And Alfonso Carricker is a little upset with himself. He thought that he was going to be in great position for a sack, but Risher very, very wisely unloads that football downfield to Mark Johnson for the reception and another first down for LSU.
3:04 remaining in the third quarter. Florida State 38 at LSU 14. Junior quarterback Al Risher has hit 65% on the year. Lester Dunn is number 23. The junior tailback out of Covington, Louisiana, is stopped by Ron Hester.
So, LSU again on the move.
Talking again about the return, the kickoff return by Billy Allen. It is the first regular season kickoff return for a touchdown since '74 when Leon Bright brought one back 100 yards against Virginia Tech. 1974. Risher throws on the run, and it is incomplete at the 45 for Orlando McDaniel.
And Bob, that's the first one he's dropped tonight, and that is very uncharacteristic of that young man. He is just an outstanding wide receiver. And you know, there's one thing about this road trip, Bob, and I know the people back up and down the line have seen some great athletes to the different teams that we've played. And this is just another one, Orlando McDaniel and Alan Risher.
.219 remaining in the third quarter. Al Risher starts to scramble. And he runs it to midfield, and that will probably be a first down. Ron Hester corrals him right at the midfield stripe. And speaking of corrals, Vic Prinzi, when they get home to Tallahassee next Saturday night, we can get that beautiful Appaloosa out of the corral.
I would certainly hope so. Risher going back, got a little bit of pressure from James Harris on the blitz. Very wisely got out there and very wisely got the ball down after he knew he had it for the first down.
Now Al Risher on a first down play, throwing to the far sideline, incomplete. I believe he just threw that one away.
Very wisely he threw it away.
Al Risher passing on just about every down now. This junior quarterback is a good one. And if the LSU Tigers can reinforce him a little bit, they should have a good season coming up next year.
There we go. That he's only a junior. And Risher has broken Burt Jones's record tonight.
Bobby Bowden has to feel good about the way his football team has played tonight in Baton Rouge. And this time it is handed off to the fullback Mike Muntz, number 30. Did not fool Gary Butch for one moment. The 240-pound defensive tackle from Ocala had it all the way.
So with a third down coming up, 3rd and 10, LSU will most definitely put the ball in the air at this stage of the game, being down 38-14.
Mark Johnston is number 3. Number 32, Orlando McDaniel. They are the wide receivers. Jude Hernandez, alternating at fullback, brought the play in from Jerry Stovall. And on 3rd and long, Risher, the hit is on, and he'll be sacked by Hester, number 83. Ron Hester breaking through, and he really nailed it.
And Florida State that time brought 8 people. And the reason that Hester is clean there is because they also had the blitz on the outside with number 33, James Harris. There just were not enough offensive people, Bob, to block everybody Florida State sent.
And now on 4th and 15, Wagner will do the punting, and he gets it away. He hit a beauty. Waiting for it is Cedric Jones, number 41. Cedric is hit, spins forward to about the 28-yard line, and the Seminoles here in the final minute of the third quarter will take possession on their own 28 with a 1st and 10.
28 seconds left. In the third quarter, Florida State out front, very surprising over LSU, 38-14.
At the half, it was 24-7, Florida State. It became 31-7, and 31-14, and then 38-14. Darius Davis has come in at fullback now for Florida State. Darius, number 32, is a junior, and he'll get a call instantly, and he'll be nailed at the line of scrimmage. Number 58 getting up is the nose guard for LSU, Greg Bowser. And number 32 is Darius Davis. He's in for the first time. Ken Burnett now being rested with the Seminoles well into the lead, 38-14. And we have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And we'll be moving into the final quarter of football here at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. And now let's pause for our local stations. This is the Southern Video Network. Again, this might be LSU before it's all over with on the 15-yard line of Florida State, and LSU will have the football. Lawrence Williams, number 34, the strong side linebacker, will be getting up with it, and look at all of this.
And Bob, this is a brand new play that we have not seen all year. As you can see, it was doomed right from the beginning as Greg Allen did not get a good exchange because of the pressure, but unfortunately he lost the ball again, and now the mad scramble is on to see who's going to get it. That football must have been hot. It sure was rolling around a long time before LSU finally laid down on it.
So LSU with the first down on the Seminole 16-yard line. Herman Fontenot is set up as a flanker now, and back to pass Alan Risher. He is throwing, and it is gathered in by Orlando McDaniel, number 32, out of bounds, but on a bout, or was he out of bounds all the way? Incomplete. That is Orlando McDaniel. He's had an excellent night on the receiving end of the tosses from Alan Risher.
Well, that was the first time, actually, the Risher has been off mark in quite a while. He did have one where he did throw it out of bounds, but that one there, I know he wanted to connect on. Number 9, Hannah, was defending, giving a little bit too much cushion.
Alan Risher, and he'll be thrown the sack back on the 21-yard line by Gary Futch. Gary Futch getting the sack back on the 21-yard line for Florida State.
That time, Risher was trying to get a hold of Orlando McDaniel, but good coverage downfield that time by number 33, James Harris. And as you call it, Bob, Mr. Futch making his presence known.
Indeed he has. As we look at the Seminoles sideline, if the Seminoles win here tonight, and they certainly are on their way, they'll be 5-2 and coming home for homecoming next week in Tallahassee. Risher over the middle. Oh, what a grab by Malcolm Scott, the tight end. Oh, he'd make a great center fielder with those hands.
I'll tell you what, that was just a great catch because he took a tremendous hit while he was just catching the ball by Tracy Ashley coming across, jarring the ball loose, but great concentration by Malcolm Scott, made the reception.
So it's 4th down at 11. The Tigers have not been able to do anything since getting the break and the football on the 16. They've lost a yard and 3 downs. Herman Fontenot, a freshman out of Beaumont, Texas, is being used now by Jerry Stovall. The 4th down pass. Alan Risher throws it, and it is incomplete in the end zone. James Harris, the cornerback out of Gainesville, and the co-captain, breaks the play up.
Tell you what, Harris that time just battled number 32, Orlando McDaniel, all the way. Risher going back here. He's going to get a little bit of pressure. He's going to step up into the pocket. Little scramble action here, as you can see. Gets it away, but watch this great effort by Harris. Coming back and just breaking up that play, denying McDaniel the opportunity of taking the football.
In the game tonight, Rick Stockstill has thrown 2 touchdown passes. The first to Dennis McKinnon and the other to Phil Williams. And the freshman talent has taken over and put in a lot of points on the board. Greg Allen has scored. Cedric Jones has scored. Billy Allen has scored. And this time, Stockstill is throwing long for Cedric Jones. It is incomplete. Step for step, side by side, Eugene Daniel, number 35, the cornerback.
Well, Stockstill showed that he can throw that ball deep. He aired that sucker real well. well, trying to go down the sideline. McDaniel running step by step, breaking up the play.
Now Cedric Jones will depart. It will be 2nd and 10, Florida State. The Seminoles are home against Western Carolina, Duke Campbell Stadium next Saturday night. And after that comes Miami, Southern Mississippi, and Florida. And the handoff will go to Darius Davis, and at fullback, good defensive work by Leonard Marshall, and the ball may have been turned over.
I believe it was. But it was done very quietly because it did not look like the ball was on the ground. We will take a look at it right here. A little delayed draw. Darius Davis coming in. Good solid hit. Yes, there the ball goes. He coughed it up. So LSU does have an opportunity again at the 15-yard line.
So they get it again on the 15, same place they got it the last time. First down, the pitch will go to Eric Martin, the tailback. Martin will get to about the 12-yard line. Good tackle made across the way by sophomore linebacker Ken Rowe from Cropwell, Alabama.
And here we are in the fourth quarter. Florida State leading the LSU Bengal Tigers 38-14 with 12:49 to go. And a replay there.
So the Seminoles with a 24-point lead, and the Tigers here 2nd down and 6 down on the 12-yard line. Al Risher will pitch it back to Martin, the tailback. Oh, and a good hit by Scott McLean, the defensive terminal, number 60, a senior from Claremont.
Bob, there's one thing about Florida State's defense this evening. They have just recently given LSU a great deal of field position, and LSU has not been able to capitalize or put anything on the board.
Henry Taylor, freshman linebacker from Middlesville, Georgia, is in. And this is 3rd and 6 for the Bengal Tigers. Risher rolling to the right. Oh, Harris got him. James Harris blitzing off the corner, and he corralled Alan Risher, and the sack nails him all the way back on the 20-yard line. There is co-captain James Harris.
And we're going to look at it. Coach Jack Staton, the defensive coordinator, has decided tonight he's going to come with a blitz. He has blitzed all night, and this is one of the results. James Harris coming through strong and making a hit, and right in back of him, it was number 83, Ron Hester, the linebacker, also on a blitz.
Same thing happened to the Tigers moments ago. They got a turnover on the 15. They couldn't move it. And now here it is, 4th and 15 yards to go after getting a second turnover on the 15. Al Risher scrambling. Harris again. James Harris, the senior cornerback from Gainesville, nails him twice in a row. And now the Seminoles take the football.
And we're going to get an isolation on Harris, and you're going to see exactly what he does on that blitz. As soon as that ball is snapped, he's coming hard. He reads where Risher is and makes the hit. About that time, Florida State brought 7 and defended with 4.
Superb defensive play throughout the entire football game for the Seminoles. James Harris getting congratulations on the sidelines. And now Florida State with the ball, first down on their own 29. And the Seminoles have a big 24-point lead. We're in the final quarter of the game. This will be Darius Davis, the junior fullback from Augusta, Georgia, with a tackle by Ricky Chapman.
And of course, Bobby Bowden giving Kenny Burnett a rest. Burnett played an outstanding football game for Florida State. As we talked about, Darius Davis does have talent.
Into the backfield now. Greg Allen is a tailback. He had 149 yards in the first half, but he's been used very little in the second half. Figure holding just about there. Here's Darius Davis across the 30, and he coughs it up, and it might be the Tigers again. This time on the 30-yard line. They've recovered 3 fumbles in about the last 5 minutes. 2 on the 15-yard line, and this one on the 30-yard line.
And again, Darius Davis is going to take a solid hit. He had a good gain going for him, but he is carrying that ball awfully soft, and number 34 came up and put the hit on him. The ball is popped loose. LSU is in business again with excellent field position for the 3rd time, Bob, within the last 3 minutes.
The 2 previous times, they couldn't gain an inch. They were pushed back from the 30-yard line. Al Risher is throwing it long, trying to lead his receiver. Orlando McDaniel broken up. on the goal line by Warren Hanna. Warren Hanna, the junior cornerback, broke that one up, and Al Risher led his man beautifully.
Hanna that time just doing an outstanding job going back there and battling for that football. McDaniel is in a battle either with Hanna back there at times and sometimes been in battles with James Harris.
Defensively, sophomore John McLean from Claremont is in, and so is David Ponder, a sophomore from Cairo, Georgia. And 2nd and 10 here for the Bengal Tigers. Hernandez and Martin. This will be Eric Martin, the tailback, out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Bumped out by Alfonso Character and James Harris.
And that will bring up a 3rd down, and Bob, I think about 2 yards.
Tommy Young and James Harris check back in. Henry Taylor is in. Kenro is out. For LSU on 3rd and 2, the fullback is Mike Muntz, a junior, number 30 from Letcher, Louisiana, and the tailback is Eric Martin. This is 3rd and 2, 10:22 left in the game. Eric Martin. Buried at the 20. That may not be a first down. He may be stopped just a little bit short of it. Ron Hester. One thing about Hester, when he hit him, it stopped cold. There was no forward motion after that.
Bob, I do believe they're going to give him a first down. Yes, they are. I think they're saying that he had to go to the line. He did make the line, so it will be a first down. But you're right. Hester did stop him immediately. Taking a look at number 54 there. Young coming up. Excuse us, he made the first hit. Then Hester came back.
First down play from the 20-yard line. Malcolm Scott incomplete. Scott was hit so hard that he could not hang on to the football. Oh, what a hit that was by Tommy Young. Warren Hanna also.
They're going to see a way to get a receiver to cough up a football right here. Defensive back coming up. There's the ball coming in. Very nice shot there. Beautiful shot. And look at that hit.
In surroundings in Adams Dining Room, a quick, tasty breakfast or lunch in Adams Park, relaxing with your favorite beverage and friends in Quincy's Library, or enjoying the fun, food, and convenience of the Seminoles Special.
For the first down, and he should have it. He nosed it over the 10. Gary Futch out of Ocala made the tackle. So we'll wait and see where it'll be spotted. If they do not get it, the ball belongs to Florida State, and they may have to measure.
And they are going to measure. I tell you what, Bob, there was some good hitting on that play. All the way up here, you could hear the pads popping.
You old quarterbacks never forget that sound, do you?
It's a very frightening sound when you're a quarterback. So the measurement is coming out, and you will be able to take a look and see if Florida State did indeed stop them, and you can tell by the defense they have.
Quite a job by the defensive unit. Bobby Bowden talking it over with his quarterback, Rick Stockstill. Stockstill coming back after a tough game against Pittsburgh and just playing beautifully. That shows you the mark of a real poised and veteran football player. He had played well all year long, had the one tough day against the great Panther defense, which, by the way, certainly was not all his fault by any means, and came right back here tonight to guide his club so very successfully. For the Seminoles, first down on their own 10-yard line. Stockstill to Greg Allen. Allen takes off on a sweep. He's hemmed in, goes to the 20, 25, out to the 30, and out to about the 33-yard line. A run of 23 by Greg Allen, the freshman tailback.
And one more time with this young, outstanding freshman, you're going to see blocking on the outside, but you're going to see determination and ability on this young running back. Playing his block, cutting back very nicely, picking up good blocks, and breaking some fine tackles down there by LSU. As Bob called it, 26-yard pickup.
And now Greg Allen has 172 yards rushing tonight. He needs 188 to tie the school record.
And did he break off of all the penalties? Not all the penalties, I'm sorry. Bob Merson's block out there. Merson has had just an outstanding game after moving over to left guard. He's been pulling and leading Greg Allen to the outside all afternoon. All evening.
Best individual game so far this year, Vic, until tonight, had been Ricky Williams, 135 yards. But here tonight, Greg Allen now is up to 172. Coming off the field.
You know, Bob, this is very surprising.
It's Al Thomas.
I'm looking out here into the stadium. This is Tiger Stadium. It is supposed to be Saturday Night Madness. But I guess when you're behind 38-14, the only way to get rid of that madness is to get 38 points, because the stadium now is about half full.
It is indeed, which means they do not believe that the Tigers can catch up against the talented Florida State football team. Number 33 is cornerback Al Thomas, who had to leave after being shaken up. And now for Florida State, 1st and 10 on their own 31. Stockstill handing it off to Greg Allen again. And Greg this time up to about the 38-yard line. Eric Kiddick, number 73, playing a defensive tackle, made the play on him.
And of course, he was running that time behind the blocking of Tom McCormick and Ricky Render. As you can see, 7:50 to go in the ball game. Florida State out front, 38-14, and now the clock is definitely against the Tigers.
As a result of the 14-yard loss on the fumble, we've had to revise the figure somewhat on Greg Allen. He lost 14 on a fumble. He now has a total of 168 for the night. Al Richardson making the tackle. 7:34 left to play in the football game as we look at freshman tailback Greg Allen, who's 6'1", 195 pounds, getting his first start here tonight and putting it where you can see it on the scoreboard.
And he is only a freshman.
So with the revised figures, Greg Allen needs to break a long one here. He now has 177, 11 yards behind the school record held by Sam Platt and Darius Davis. On a short gainer to midfield, stopped by Greg Bowser.
There it is, 26 carries, 176 yards by the outstanding freshman who was filled in tonight very admirably for the injured Ricky Williams.
So now Greg Allen needs 12 more yards to tie Sam Allen's school record of 188. Sam Platt, I beg your pardon. The tailback is Greg Allen. Here he goes. This might do it. He goes across the 40 and is out of bounds on the 39-yard line. Knocked out by Al Richardson and Tommy Boudreau.
Here he is. This could be the play that puts him over Sam Platt's rushing record. Makes a fine move to the outside. Good move on the linebacker there. It's going to be the defensive end and breaks it in.
That'll leave him 1 yard shy. He now has 27 carries and 187 yards as we look at the tailback, Greg Allen. 1 more yard is all he needs. Here he has the football. May not get it this time. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stopped by Lawrence Williams, the strong side linebacker of LSU. 5:57 left in the football game, and 38-14 Florida State.
And Bob, I know you've got to be as surprised as I am that Florida State has been able to come out here on their 5th consecutive road trip and manhandle a pretty good football team.
I think it's amazing. The amazing coaching job done by Bobby Bowden and his staff to get his team up so high after such a tough trip. Greg Allen dropped behind the line. He'll lose a couple here, leaving him about 3 away now, I would say, from Sam Platt's school record. He now has 185, so he needs to get 3 and then keep going forward to establish it.
Bet you can almost guarantee that he's going to get another shot at it, and I believe they're going to give it to him on that sweep of his, and he does like to run to his right, even though he has run extremely effective to his left.
I don't know whether the sidelines would be aware of the fact that he is so close to the record or not. Probably not. And a reverse, Cedric Jones, number 41, still behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll be dropped behind the line by Greg Dubrock, number 44, the outside linebacker.
And of course, early on in the ball game, as we both know, Cedric Jones took the same reverse and scampered in from about 30 yards out for a touchdown.
That is Rick Stockstill, who has guided his team beautifully. Ron Stark is coming on the field now. I believe it'll be only his 3rd punt of the night. The Seminoles have so dominated play. They scored first on a field goal to 21 yards by Mike Rendina, and everything since then has been a touchdown. The All-American will put his left foot to it. Oh, he hit it beautifully. Trying to get a corner with it. And he did. He did nail it out of bounds on the 4-yard line. Ron Stark nailed it out on the 4-yard line. That is what you call doing his thing and doing it beautifully.
Bob, you know that the pro scouts have just got to be drooling, waiting for this young man to graduate.
No doubt about it. And for those of you who may have joined us late, the first touchdown for the Seminoles in the game tonight was a pass from Stockstill to McKinnon. It covered 16. Greg Allen ran 15 for the next one. The next one came on a Stockstill to Phil Williams pass for 12 yards. And we have a new quarterback in the game. It is Timmy Bird for LSU. And it is incomplete. Intended for Herman Fontenot. So Stockstill has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Greg Allen has run for one of 15 yards. Cedric Jones ran 30 yards for a touchdown. And Billy Allen ran a kickoff back 97 yards for a touchdown.
So I guess you can effectively say that Florida State has used all their weapons today.
Timmy Bird is now the quarterback. He is just a freshman. Eric Martin being swarmed. He slipped loose for just a moment and then is taken down on the 5-yard line. Number 13 is Kim Mack, a sophomore. Ken Rowe also had a hand, and so did Pat Milligan.
I'll tell you what, this is a fine-looking running back because he does not have a lot of room. 35 overrunning him there. Ken Rowe getting a shot at him, but he is a fine running back with a great deal of effort.
Now 3rd and 8 for LSU. Time running down now. 3:35 left in the game. It'll be a happy plane trip home to Tallahassee for Bobby Bowden's Seminoles. Now on 3rd and 8, Timmy Bird, the freshman quarterback, to Fontenot, number 40, hit down at the 15-yard line. And Vic Prinzi, I'll bet in Tallahassee in a corral, there's an Appaloosa named Renegade who right now has a smile on his face. He's happy about all this.
He's got to be very funny, but you know, one of the things you've been saying now for the last 2 weeks, Bob, is probably very true. They're going to have to probably teach Renegade how to come out there and do his prancing. Hope he hasn't gained much weight because we've been gone an awful long time.
49 days. The Seminoles have not played at Doak Campbell Stadium in 49 days. LSU with a first down now on their own 16-yard line. Freshman quarterback Timmy Bird flipping the ball. It goes to Jude Hernandez, number 13. He'll bring it out to the 25. Good gain of about 9. It has been a pleasure covering the Saturday Night Madness at Baton Rouge and watching the performance of Bobby Bowden's Florida State Seminoles. Our executive producers are Mike McCown and Luis Preciosi. Our producer is Lee Love, and the associate producer is Dennis Boyle. And also lending a big helping hand in the booth has been Brian Mann, the academic advisor at Florida State. And the pitch to Eric Martin. Martin over the 25. That should be a first down. On about the 26, Mark Rodriguez, senior from Fort Walton, made the tackle.
Officials are indicating it is a first down for LSU. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this ball game. Florida State, I guess you can safely say, has wrapped away 38-14 in a very, very strong performance, both offensively and defensively.
Florida State wasted not a moment getting things going tonight. They scored 17 points in the first quarter and led 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. Timmy Bird, the quarterback, throws on the run to Malcolm Scott, number 80, the tight end. He's been a standout tonight for Jerry Stovall's Tigers.
He has been that. They have unleashed Malcolm Scott and also Alana McDaniel, probably as good a receiver as you're going to find. You can see the coverage here with Florida State. They're playing straight zone, trying to fill in, but as you're looking right there, Scott finding the open area, and Timmy Bird, the freshman quarterback, making the strike.
1st and 10 for the Bengal Tigers. 38-14 Florida State. They led 24-7 at the half. Montz, number 30, is the fullback. Eric Martin, the tailback, number 41. He'll be gang tackled at the 45. Sophomore cornerback Kim Mack coming up to join in with Alan Dale Campbell, number 90, and John McClain, number 86. And there's Greg Allen, number 26, on the sideline. 29 carries, 185 yards, 3 shy of the school record held by Sam Platt.
And he has been an outstanding running back tonight.
He will not get another chance, I don't think. We're down to the final minute of football. Timmy Bird is scrambling. His arm was hit. The ball is caught in the air. It is caught in the air. for Florida State by Ernie Sims. So he may get his hands on the ball.
You're looking at here, Bird is back there. He can't find anybody open, and the pressure finally comes. And number 80 is going to reach up there and grab his arm and cause a deflection. And there's big Ernie Sims coming in for the reception. So possibly we may get a record.
44 seconds. Greg Allen has the ball, and he gets to the 40-yard line. Now that's a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Dean Guidry made the tackle. By the way, he's a relative of the Yankees, Ron Guidry. He needed 3 yards to tie the school record. And I have to believe that they notified the bench that he was awfully close to it.
He's awfully close, and I think he did break it on that one because he got about 3 or 4 yards. And I know they're going to give the ball to him again.
Here it is to Greg Allen. He has to get around the corner. He does. And now he has broken the school record as he goes out of bounds on about the 29-yard line. And for this rookie, Greg Allen from Milton, Florida, making his first start, he wipes off the record books. The old record held by Sam Platt at 188 yards.
And with 11 seconds to go, you're looking at the play where a new school rushing record for a one-ball game, Sam Platt's record of 188 yards, going down the tubes. What a fine, fine run. What a great evening by this great freshman.
11 seconds, all that remains. This time it's Billy Allen, number 31. And Billy taken out of bounds on the 18. And a penalty flag has been thrown. That could be a face mask. Our unofficial stats show 31 carries and 200 yards for Greg Allen.
And that's got to be a big mark for the young freshman. The first time in Florida State history that a running back has hit the 200-yard mark in a ball game.
Our stats are unofficial, but we believe that they're awfully close. So we have 4 seconds left in the game. Take a look at the face mask call here.
Coming into the sideline there. Oh, the face mask is not going to be against LSU, but it's going to be against, I believe, Billy Allen.
No, they're going to walk it the other way, which will put the ball on the 9-yard line. Bobby Bowden, a very happy head coach. His team has just won the 3rd game of the 5-game road trip. So the father says to the son, we can feel good about this one. And they certainly can.
I would hope so.
This could be the last play of the night. Blair Williams is into quarterback, and he hands the ball off to Billy Allen. And time has run out, and the football game is over. A marvelous performance by Bobby Bowden Seminoles here tonight. They've won their 5th game in 7 starts this year, 3 of the 5 on the big road trip. And the final score is Florida State 38 and Louisiana State 14.
So, the Florida State Seminoles finished the 49-day hiatus from Jokias Campbell Stadium with a big win over the LSU Bengal Tigers.
So, briefly, it was a 17-point first quarter that got the Seminoles going. A great night for Greg Allen, a freshman, and a beautiful night for the entire Florida State football team. And now,
Team